All right, there will be no more killing of the vibe as we begin episode 110.
I'm double checking that now. But
yeah, it is. I believe it is episode 110.
Yeah, last because we left on 108. Mm-hmm. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
They are back. I'm here too.
You was here the whole time, like
letting it be known.
Fresh off a nap. It's like, yay.
Fresh off it.
Yeah. Like,
yo, folks, I gotta keep it real.
We rang the doorbell at least 3 times.
I gotta keep it real. So I had plans today that did not involve a 4.5 hour nap.
Keyword was had.
Like, I guess that's how we start off. First of all, let me thank you guys again for tuning in even last week with everybody gone. Shout out to Ambrose for stepping in while you guys were gone. I appreciate you again for that. Shout out to everybody that listened, even the new listeners out there in Canada, the United Arab Emirates, Canada checking back in. Who else? It was Canada checked back in. Ireland.
Oh.
Australia.
Oh.
The motherland.
So yes,
that's
we
dope.
appreciate
Y'all.
y'all.
You guys.
Want to say thank you before we get to the silliness. Just want to say thank you for all that, and thank you for guys checking us out on the YouTube channel and watching us on there. Thank you for all your support. So now let's get with the silliness. As I was saying, pardon me. So I dropped the kid off at her crib over at Annie's house, and I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna get some stuff done around the house, do some like grocery shopping, so on and so forth. I do that, but then I decide, you know what? Let me make me a little drink, smoke a little something, and that turned into I can get an hour nap in real quick.
Yeah, but your drink was a Jameson and chocolate milk. That's a night drink.
Is it?
Yes,
it's a night drink.
I mean, it kind of sounds like.
Drink.
I mean,
that's like a.
I've been drinking
after
that
dinner when you're full.
I've been drinking that every day after breakfast. Well,
it's a very filling because the chocolate milk is obviously filling. You add the Jameson in it. That's a night drink.
That's been like I've other news with me, folks. Is I'm not unemployed. I'm just not
working.
I think I can say it.
You're
now,
on
yeah?
PTO.
That's gone. That's done. All that's done.
You're on vacation.
No, I'm done.
In transition.
So yeah, you chilling. You're basically on sabbatical.
I think
I'm calling it a vacation for you because.
But I think I can say the old job now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am now officially done with Top Golf Las Vegas.
If you haven't figured it out already.
If you hadn't figured it out.
Probably as many times as I fucked up and said it.
I'll take it out every time.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
We drop mad hints though.
I won't do that in the future. So,
I am officially done with that place. I'm not going to say anything bad about it right now. Maybe further on down the line when I might have a story.
Thank you for the meeting. That one meeting where there's too many black people. Because I went back and listened to that clip. It laughed my ass off.
Well, there go for the reference, but okay.
Listen, I was going back and playing old clips, and I was like, we're fucking funny. So that's all that was.
I know that. That's why I keep doing this. I know who we are.
At least us, we are.
So
and people in Australia and Ireland and all of you guys love you.
So that was how your week in a nutshell was chill.
I'm funnier than they think I'm funny. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I was saying.
But yeah, that was about it. That was my day to day. Whereas I did nothing because all of a sudden it started snowing.
Yeah,
it was.
I think that had a lot to do with it.
Yeah, it was cold.
That made me just want to lay down also. And my apologies for leaving you guys out there because guess what? They get over here and I am knocked out. They're ringing on the doorbell. I'm in that confusion state of where am I? What time is it?
And we have
what
his dog.
Day is it?
Yeah, we have his dog.
They still have my dog. So I'm like, well, he's not saying anything, so it can't be anything important at the door. Why is this doorbell in my dream? Like, let me rest. That's what I'm thinking. And then it's like, I hear it again. I'm like, shit. What's going on?
Who would the goddamn know?
You were definitely asleep for a minute because the group chat went quiet right after you said that we were still on
didn't hear
today.
back from you.
When was that text, please? When was that last text?
That was at like 1 something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was early.
When did I send that last text?
2:07.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we got to the door.
Nice
we was like 5:30 when we got here.
So 3.5 hours.
It's solid 3.5 hour nap.
Solid.
That's a flight, bro.
A solid
like,
3.5 hour nap.
Good for you.
So my apologies for the thoughts that I had about you.
You motherfuckers.
when you had your nap at 10:45, and I was yesterday, and I was just like, who taking a nap at 10:40?
Now he's like, I get it. Now he's like, I get it. No, but now he's like, I get the point of these naps.
These naps are important, folks.
Like I said,
You'll be mad as hell. You up till 4 in the morning because you slept good.
Whether you know you needed it or not.
Yeah, I went straight from a 3-hour difference with a trip to a whole work weekend, and to all 3 children. They had Monday off, but all 3 children had to, go to school Tuesday, obviously. So I'm tired.
So
still recouping.
To go back, you guys have been gone for a while. This is actually my first time seeing them since the last podcast.
Yeah.
So my question for you was, first question, how was your Super Bowl? Second question, how was your Valentine's Day after that?
I'll go first.
They've already heard mine.
I'll go first because I was only doing one of those things.
Okay.
And yeah. I was in Brooklyn for the Super Bowl, chilling, watching the crib because, snow started coming down. I got out there Friday night and went to a whiskey festival Saturday. So I was kind of in recovery, and we was like, we're going to drink some more whiskey at home. Because I was staying at the homie Lenny house. So
where was this at again?
I was staying right by Cobble Hill in Brooklyn.
Oh, so you back? Okay.
So I was back east for a few days because I had to do some things out there before I went down to New Orleans.
Okay.
But yeah, Super Bowl, kind of watched, kind of chilled, and ordered a pizza and kept it simple. Like, we really didn't do too much. And Valentine's Day, I walked around Brooklyn and bought myself food, so I guess I love me. But it's like, that was kind of, yeah. Because I was getting ready for the other part of my trip. Cause,
what did I hear? Singles Awareness Day?
I heard all that shit. Man, it's my last name day. That's what I call it.
If you ain't got a Valentine, just go on about it.
No, I call it I literally put every year, happy my last name day. But I started a new tradition this year.
Which is?
I told girls that I knew, like friends of mine that were in good relationships and they're happy with their boyfriends. I was like, do me a favor. Off the strength of your love for me, send your man a nude. Just cause. Send him 1 titty, maybe 2. I'm not seeing nothing. They're sending it all to their dudes, but literally the response and feedback I got was fucking hilarious.
Send them squeeze together.
One or the other. Just pop a titty out and squeeze it on Valentine's Day. Just do it. If you love me, do that for your spouse. The feedback I was getting from the female homies was hilarious. They were like, yo, like one of them was like, my husband's like, yo, I'm coming home now. And I was like, there you go. I was like, you wanted romance? I was like, there it is.
Leave it to Mr. Valentine.
Listen,
bring the Valentine.
I have my own female problems, but if I help anybody else, that's that. But yeah, no, I didn't really do nothing for Valentine's Day. Watch the Super Bowl. Good game. Still kind of tripping off of the last play, because they showed the full shot of the field. Mm-hmm. When Aaron Donald got that sack, Jalen Ramsey was on the ground. Jamar Chase had him beat. Mm-hmm. 1 or 2 seconds more, it's a completely different outcome.
True.
Because if there's anybody I trust Joe Burrow to hit in stride, it's Jamar Chase. And I was just like, it really is a game of seconds and inches. But it was great to see. Van Jefferson, honestly, is my favorite moment of the whole Super Bowl. When his dad came up to him and they was like, yo, like, we got to go. Because his wife went into labor. I was like, I fucking love that.
And they named his son Champ.
I had a feeling. Gotcha. Yeah.
Like, what a perfect game.
It only seems right.
To win a Super Bowl and then to have a child. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him and his family.
Yeah. And everybody. And even Odell Beckham Jr., even though he got injured during the game. When he sat there and they showed him when he was a champion, he went over and hugged his mom. But he hugged his mom and he kissed his girl and kissed her belly because I guess he's expecting. So I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. Like, oh, that's beautiful. And like, that's really what it was. And like, I feel like.
Shout out to Lauren.
More so the Bengals and the Rams, because the Rams basically went all in and to get to this level. Mm-hmm. The Bengals are going to be there for a while. Like, it's going to be very interesting to see with them, but. No knock on Joe Burrow or any of them, because it was, like I said, it was a good ass game, and it capped off. I liked
it all the way until the end.
Yeah, it capped off the postseason, like the one of the best postseason I think we've ever seen. And the halftime show.
Your guys' opinion on it?
For all y'all saying it was the best show ever, you shut your fucking mouths.
Oh.
Prince performed, and it rained during Purple Rain.
It rained purple during Purple Rain. Let's be sure.
Well,
He kicked over the mic.
Yes.
He made Dave Grohl scream like a little girl because he performed Best of You by the Foo Fighters. And then also, I still got Michael Jackson ahead of it because Michael Jackson just held the show hostage and didn't move for like 5 or 6 minutes, and grown men passed out.
See, that's why
you can't beat that.
that's my exact opinion. I was going to say, but it got put in the top 3.
Okay, this was a good one. It's in the top 10.
MJ,
Then I'll
Prince,
put
it's in the top 10.
I'll put the Shakira one.
No.
First of all,
But I
the
think
Bruno
that's also-
solos when he was doing Just the Way You Are with the fireworks in the, come on, man, that was the one. That was one of them ones.
But
like,
it wasn't. I don't relate to Bruno Mars's music or Shakira's music like I related to growing up with Dre and Snoop Dogg and Eminem, and you know what I'm saying. It was a little bit more of a personal Super Bowl halftime show.
I understand that, but the nostalgia fact, like as a pro wrestling fan, you can overdo nostalgia. Now, with that said, it was executed very well. I thought it was dope that they had deaf rappers doing the interpretations for everybody. You know what I mean? Kendrick's set, even though they kind of watered it down and he couldn't say certain things, the ode to HBCUs and the whole set of that, I thought it was dope as fuck. Mary, I kind of wish she would have did Real Love. Mm-hmm. Real Love and then Family Affair, because like when you named her on there, and this is not a knock against Mary, how many joints was she going to do? This is not a place to sing unhappy songs. And I love Mary's music. But
I mean, I don't feel like she.
Real Love, Family Affair, slide on out. Like that was kind of it.
My ass sitting here.
And also, seeing Anderson .Paak kill the drums for Eminem.
Who produced Family Affair? Was that
Dre?
too?
No,
Okay.
Dre did that. He didn't do Real Love though. Like I didn't.
I'm just focused on because I know
I knew that one was going to be done.
Okay, but instead they did.
She did No More Drama, and then she did the Family Affair.
Right. Okay.
And earned her great new nickname of Mary J. Thighs. But like you said, like I told you, I wanted the kick. It's like I wanted at least the Go Mary.
I wanted
with the
Go
kick.
Mary.
Yeah, I wanted that. Because like the best shit ever was when she saw the clip of her going viral and she didn't know, and then she just breaking out laughing and she's like, "Yeah, I fucks with it." That would have just been great to see. But the Eminem performance, I thought was cool just because I liked Anderson .Paak on stage. And he was cheesing the whole fucking time, which I fucking love.
He was having a great time.
He was, yeah.
I feel like they were all having a great time. And then you throw 50 in there, and I thought the choreography was awesome. I don't know. I really, really liked it. Like I said, it was a little bit more personal for me in the past with Super Bowls, but the Michael Jackson one was personal. The Prince one was personal. So if I'm putting those on that pedestal, I'm gonna put that one on this pedestal too. Like I enjoyed other Super Bowls. Like I loved the damn Aerosmith and Britney Spears and NSYNC one that they did. I love that one. I love the Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson one that year. I loved the Weeknd's one that he did last year. I thought the Weeknd's halftime show was great last year.
I don't put this one in the top 3 though.
But
because even like I like the Who's better than I like this one. When the Who went on, I was like, some people were like, we don't know who this is. And I'm like, me, if you watch CBS, you hear the fucking music all the time.
For me, it was, and I said this on the last pod, it was just it was just safe.
It was an LA layup. It really was.
It was about as safe as you could be with those group of individuals on sharing that stage. Mm-hmm. And it just wasn't for me. Because I've seen those individuals in reality.
I saw the Up in Smoke tour, so
how
like,
they really
you know
are.
I mean? Like,
so I'm just like,
yeah, but everybody's got to do that for the Super Bowl. You can't.
Oh no, I understand that. I get what you're saying, but like having seen the Up in Smoke
it's not
tour,
like Prince can't come out in his assless chaps, you know. But
I would have loved to have
a great show.
I would have loved to have had Ice Cube over 50 Cent.
Mm-hmm. I could agree with that.
The song,
and I almost thought they were going to go that route.
I thought they were going to slip into Nipsey.
Yeah,
Hussle
like
thing.
I thought they were going to
do.
I would have loved to have like some kind of Tupac or Nipsey Hussle tribute.
For everybody saying they wanted the hologram,
not a hologram, it's a tribute. A tribute.
Yeah. Which I liked when he did the "I Ain't Mad at You" when he was on the pianos, and I was like, that was actually cool.
So
I love how nothing really came of Eminem kneeling except Rudy Giuliani opened his mouth, but you know he needs to worry more about his bottom teeth than anything else.
He did it.
So
like, even when
have you ever seen him?
Even when Eminem did it, it didn't click in my head in real time. Like honestly, what was going on?
Yeah. And
I was just like, all right, and that was it.
Yeah. I was more, I was.
I was also on
the trailers got me more
so I really enjoyed it.
Performance.
But so yeah, so that the game was good. I didn't like the ending. The halftime performance was meh, in my opinion.
Kind of mid.
It was very mid, in my opinion.
I enjoyed
I was
the
very
game.
underwhelmed.
As you guys knew, I was going for the Rams, and congratulations to Matthew Stafford and obviously all of the Rams, but all the Georgia boys that
two.
won their Super
No,
Bowl.
like I said,
3 of them.
the game was great and everything. I'm not understanding the hype over the halftime show.
This is 90s nostalgia. That's all it was.
Yeah.
And everybody was saying it's like either you was in this older, like either Gen X millennial thing. I was just like, and I'm sitting like, y'all both corny.
Yeah.
Like
That's how I felt the whole way through it. I'm like,
and I'm just like,
y'all getting mad at corny and y'all overhyping this.
y'all arguing over some mid.
Yeah. Because, like, if you was, it's no disrespect, but if you was like 12 or 13 when Chronic 2001 came out,
I was.
and I understand why you like it, but you listen to the edited version. So you wasn't out there fucking the fuck faces. I'm just saying. It's like, yeah, nor should you have been, because you were a child. It's like, yeah, like, I was 18 when that album came out.
Know my life.
Yeah, it was like,
I wanted to hear some last episodes, you know, just.
I mean, do I think that would I have preferred?
even what's the difference? Like, yeah, like,
Would I
just
have
the
liked
opening
to
of
have
it.
heard other songs? Yeah.
Because, like, the
But
one.
what it was, I
listen,
enjoyed what it was.
Like, I don't know. If you would have had, like, I felt like you could have took some, not to take some people out, but like.
This, I'm sorry to cut you off. This is how uneventful it was to me. I now have to ask this. Did they perform California Love, right?
Yeah.
But without any pop. Mm-hmm. Of course. Of course. So, yeah, that's why I was just. Yeah. Why did I have to just ask it? That's how lackluster it was in my head. I could not remember. I can't remember the track list.
No, like, it was, yeah, because
I
it
don't
kind of
remember
jumped
the
from
full
jump.
track list either.
Because Kendrick only got 2 joints, which I was kind of like.
I guess I was on tequila, so.
But it's old news. Other things have happened.
I was in Atlantic City for it.
Your Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day didn't do nothing. I just, because it's cold as fuck, and then I went to New Orleans and for the rest of the week. But we can get into that later, because.
We already talked about mine. That last episode, like I said, I watched the game. I woke up the next day. I didn't realize until like 5 p.m., like today, what's going on. So, like, I was like, there's 7 hours left in Valentine's Day. What do you want me to do?
Throw some ones.
Exactly. What do you want me to do? It's on a Monday.
Yeah. Now we can transition over to
Annie,
one of us that's actually in a relationship.
How was your Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
It was great. Well, it kind of, everything rolled over into this trip because I landed in Jersey on Sunday at like 2:30ish, whatever.
So you landed in Jersey Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we ended up stopping by his dad's, ate real quick, and then headed to Atlantic City. By the time we got to Atlantic City, we were and checked in and like got into our room. We were like maybe 4 or 5 minutes of playtime left before the halftime show. So just kind of threw our stuff in the room, and then we were headed downstairs. We were going to try to find somewhere to like watch the game, get something to eat or whatever. And we were staying at Showboat, and they have the big arcade that's in there, but there's a House of Blues bar that's sitting there.
I don't even know what that is.
It's down on, I don't know, it's one of the hotels that's down there. It's one of the hotels down there.
East have one here, but yeah.
And found like the House of Blues bar, and they had like some tables and stuff set up, and there was like a good amount of groups of people that were there, and just.
Was it crowded at all?
I feel like for that hotel and area in that time, yes.
I mean, sorry,
there was
Atlantic City as a whole.
No.
I'm always
Not
curious
until
about like the economy.
on Monday it was busy, but we were in, we went from Showboat on Sunday to Ocean's Casino on Monday, which is the new big casino they have there. And it's honestly, it's one of the most beautiful casinos I've ever seen. Like, I feel like ours here, like in comparison, are kind of like booty. Ocean's.
Okay. Wow, it's booty.
It's just, I just feel
when
like
you rebuild after you've been never mind.
the way that the way they have it built.
It's better looking than Cosmo, or
yeah, it's a whole different vibe than Cosmo though. But this is more. I feel like Cosmo. So Cosmo's more to me, way nicer than Bellagio. we're gonna go stay there again. We had
Oh, I'm low-key
it was
offended,
so
like-
it was
like-
so good. Well, I mean, I am too, because I didn't expect that out of
Oceans, you said, right?
Oceans, Oceans.
I haven't been to the Win over a year, so how does it compare to the Win?
I mean, I haven't
was
been to
just-
the Win in
I
a
was
minute
just at the
either,
Win. It's
but
still-
I don't know. I haven't been to the Win in a while, but I can say it's definitely, to me, it was the way it was built, the layout, the architecture, the decor,
And what's the name of it
the
again? I'm sorry?
restaurants, Oceans.
Casino.
So,
Ocean or Oceans?
I think it's Ocean Casino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but yeah, so Super Bowl, we did that. It was like a good group, like for that area. Had a good time, watched the game. We ended up walking out on the boardwalk, and there was like snow.
Does it?
I think that's the old
Yeah.
Revel.
They,
Oh, I don't know.
They tore it down and
I have
rebuilt it.
no idea, but all I know is
After
that shit
Trump and
is
Chris
bomb.
Christie fucked up Atlantic City and bankrupted it.
That-
Some people came in.
I think
It is
that's
so nice. It's
I think
right
that's the
there in
same
the
people
beach.
that designed the Revel and Cosmo. I could be wrong.
And we stayed. He ended up getting us a view room, so we were on the 48th floor of 49 floor out of the Oceans.
Of Ocean, okay.
Yeah, and this was Valentine's
Yeah.
Day, actual Valentine's Day.
Yeah, formerly the Rebel Casino.
Only Revel.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
that thing is
I'm like,
nice.
that looks familiar.
Yeah.
That thing is real nice.
Okay.
So yeah, did Super Bowl, had a good time. Ended up going out on the boardwalk that night, stomping in the snow. It was cool. It was really cold. Smoked, walked around, got a little litty.
How's the weed out there?
Went back to the room. It was good.
I'm always curious about East Coast weed because they always say they come out here.
I mean, it was good. He got a half, and he rolled like 19 blunts out of it, 19, 20 blunts out of it.
out of half.
So it was.
Hey, you judging me for my
yeah,
blunts.
It was a decent amount.
Damn.
No, it was.
That's a.
Or was it an ounce? Maybe it was an ounce.
Okay, that's a lot better. Cause
I don't know. We
was like,
the only
shit.
thing we did
Yeah, I
for
was like,
I know how to
5
make
days,
some shit straight.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
we literally, I don't know.
This
It was
is shit I got
a
in
lot of
Brooklyn,
weed.
but-
We ate and smoked, and that's pretty much
See,
what we did.
the
for
weed
5
I
days.
got out there and in New Orleans, I'll call it mid because I came back out here and I smoked when I got home, and I was like, I smoked the blunt. I was like, oh yeah, I'm hot. All right,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
that's
was
the
definitely-
difference. Yeah, like
It was definitely good.
it was good, but the shit back in from dispensaries and shit was like, oh, there's a difference. It's like.
So it's a
No,
Valentine's.
that's what I'm always curious about.
Trying to go through Valentine's Day. Okay, so we got up, checked out, went to Ocean, or actually he drove me around like the whole Atlantic City like area, all the way down to like Caesars and like all of that stuff, just so I could see everything. Went and checked into Oceans, and
Did you
then
go up by the Hard Rock and stuff like that? Like
yeah.
into
Well, we actually went to Hard Rock Sunday because it's
Okay.
right next to Showboat, and so we went in there, and they have a sugar factory in there.
Yeah.
So we went in there and had a drink and hung out for a little bit. But we went to this spot for brunch Valentine's Day called Harper's, and they had the best chicken and waffles I probably ever had in my entire life. It was so good. It was so good. Had mimosas. He had his Bloody Marys.
Is it like a like way off into the like?
It's inside Ocean.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
never mind.
everything we did Valentine's Day was actually inside Ocean.
I'm
And
sorry.
so-
No, I was thinking about a restaurant I went to that's like off Boardwalk. It's a soul food spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, we didn't do any of that. We stayed in the casino for that.
She's like, damn it.
Damn.
Like-
Well, shit.
That's why you said chicken and waffles. That's why I was wondering where you
Yeah,
went.
but this place was really good. Did brunch, and what did we do after brunch? Took a nap.
Look.
Did the blue chew come into effect?
That wasn't until New York.
See, I
We'll
wasn't-
get there
I
because
wasn't-
this is interesting.
I
I gotta
wasn't
tell you
gonna-
guys.
I
I gotta
wasn't-
tell you guys about this shit in New York.
You showed up with
Oh my god! So yes, I had to obviously bring that with me, guys. Yeah, so did brunch, went up, took a nap, and then we had to smoke in the car because at this point in time it's 24 degrees. It is so fucking cold.
Where is this again at?
This is in Atlantic City.
Okay.
It is so fucking cold. So we get up, get ready for dinner, and we're dressed. Like we
To-
are
to the nine,
we are
ready to get the-
dressed, bro. Like I'm wearing them now, but this is my Valentine's Day gift. I got some diamond earrings.
Well, oh yeah, y'all posted a
And-
picture, and I was like, yeah, y'all cute or whatever. Go
Yeah,
home.
like
get the fuck home.
and
Like-
thank God we didn't have to go anywhere because, like I said, it was cold as fuck, and I'm in a backless dress, legs all out, open-toed shoes and shit, and 18 degrees outside. It's so damn cold. I swear to God, it's so cold.
Boy, these women do not know how to move. When it's time to put a coat on, they don't know what to do.
I had a big ass coat on, but it was still like.
We inside? Okay, yeah, we inside, but we outside. Okay.
And, I mean, bless him, because he literally made that whole arrangement to where we didn't have to go nowhere, and I could wear my dress that I wanted to, since we were already in that casino. Our original
session, like, hey,
so you saw us, right? You saw how we were dressed.
Okay.
Like I said, we were going all out for Valentine's Day. This was our trip. We didn't really get to do anything for my birthday back in December, and with him being gone, this was our big trip, right? So we went all out. And so
this is Monday night.
This is Monday night. This is Valentine's night. So we go down to our reservation, which is at a restaurant called Amada's, and I'm gonna call them out. We're calling all this shit out because this shit pissed me off. It pissed him off too.
Oh, okay.
So
can't get a sponsor from them. No, it's like, let's go.
No, but Dolce.
That's one down.
But Dolce can. But Dolce will come into effect. So went to Amada's, and we were going for specifically one reason, and it was the surf and turf. And when we got there, they go to seat us, and when I tell you, they put us in. So the restaurant opens up onto the casino floor, and then it goes back, and you see a bunch of windows. There's a bunch of really nice cabana looking tables on this side, and then all of this looks like bar seating towards the casino floor. Okay, so they put us at this tiny table, this little tiny round table, this 6'3" man. Okay, and they hand us these menus, and it's a fixed menu, which we didn't know when we booked the reservation. So immediately he's offended because of where they sat us. And because they tried to put us at a small table, like an even smaller table, and then put us at still another small table. And they were like trying to move us around. It was confusing and was making the night really.
So hold up.
You know what I mean? Like not.
So they sat you at a table. They sat us at,
those little tiny two tops where they send the little tiny two tops.
But did they
right
ask
next?
you to? Yeah, but did they ask? Did you
and
ask
then
to
we
be moved?
asked to move,
okay,
because
so
it was too
you.
small. And then when they moved us to a circular small table.
Okay.
So, and it wasn't comfortable. So of course he was upset about it. And then we found out we couldn't order what we wanted to order, which was the whole reason we made the reservation. And so he gets on the phone, says, we're guests here. We're trying to get into somewhere else, blah, 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 blah. And we go to get up to leave, and the poor little boy, shout out to him, because he was like, well, we can make adjustments to the menu. And we're like, it's okay. Like, we're just going to go somewhere else. We're not comfortable sitting here. And they're like, oh, well, we can move. You can move us now. Okay. So we're like, we're just going to go. So we get up, we go to walk out, and this little hostess goes, oh, was it the seating? Was it, little girl? Because did you know that when we sat down? Or could you have just moved us and avoided this whole situation? So now you've just lost our business altogether. And she pissed Ben off. And Ben literally just went like this. And just turns around and walks away. I was like, okay, we're gonna go. But we ended up going to Dolce, was another restaurant that was on property, and we didn't make the reservation there because they're usually closed on Mondays. So we didn't even know we could make a reservation there. But they ended up taking care of us. They put us literally by a table by the window. We could see the boardwalk and the beach, and the food was phenomenal. They gave me a flower, had a great time.
Because he didn't give you one?
He gave me diamonds. And a whole trip.
I can respect either or. I can respect it either or.
He gave me
like,
a trip. He gave me a trip in 3 different cities, staying in resorts.
I'm joking.
Eating, smoking.
I'm joking, but to the
vacation.
eye, when you see a woman without flowers on Valentine's Day,
yeah, usually means fucked up.
The restaurant was doing it. The restaurant had given all of the women
I know,
a flower. Like I said,
forget.
listen. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'll take diamonds over flowers. I'm not gonna lie. And just so you guys know, he loved his underwear.
Yeah, I'm not doing this. I prove.
He loved them.
I prove.
I even sent them the video. I recorded this man opening his gift, and he loved them.
I said it. Y'all are goofy, so you probably would love it.
He loved them.
I've never been in a relationship like that.
I still stand by my point.
Yeah, it's a little vain.
He never answered your question.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Oh my God.
He said they were his new favorite underwear. And he wore them. He literally wore them the next day.
In the video, Did you hear him say, "I love them"?
Yes.
He says it at the end.
He says it when he does like this, and he was like, "I love them."
I love him. Like some shit like that. It was just, but he's goofy. And
Oh, no. I'm sorry. He did say that. I apologize.
He didn't answer if I was toxic or not.
That part.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, that was the question.
Which I asked him about that because I put it into perspective from your guys' point of view. Because I showed, I showed him the text messages.
I understand that, but I know what he's gonna answer. No, like, yeah, because I'm guessing y'all exchanged gifts on the first day.
No, we exchanged gifts right before we went to dinner.
Yeah, he's trying to have a good night. Yeah, no, you're not toxic. It's like,
well, I didn't want him to open the underwear at dinner, and he said he would have, but I mean,
this is how it goes.
That's Ben, he's fucking.
I like them. I love them.
Yeah.
I'm not toxic, am I? I really like them. So, and that's how the video ends.
But he loves them. He meant it though.
I'm glad he loved the draws. Right. Glad he loved the draws.
Okay.
So yeah, but Valentine's Day, yes. Valentine's
so
Day.
That was Monday, and then then you slid up to Philly.
Oh, we're gonna do my trip?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do my trip.
What?
Yeah, I was just continuing on because I want to get to the Jersey situation.
We're just gonna go.
You're gonna roll through as a trip.
I'm listening. I'm invested.
Oh yeah,
I will tell you guys this.
I'm just guiding the conversation.
We had so much fun on this trip. This was definitely needed. He did a phenomenal job. Shout out to him for all the restaurants and the resorts and everything that he picked. It was great.
I seen him out there with his blazer and his turtleneck.
Yo, he was dressed, bro. He dressed like the whole time. And I'm sitting here and I'm having to ask him, like, what are you wearing? Because I need to know what kind of vibe I need to match right now.
Did the jacket have the elbow patches on it?
No, I don't think the jacket had that one. The one in New York. Did you see the shoes though?
I zoomed in and out. I was in NOLA half drunk the whole time working.
Lord. So yes. And like I said, this man dressed every night.
Y'all don't want to see us when we start rocking the jacket with the elbow patches.
Like I said, this man.
That's what you wear with your new gift.
So okay, so that was Valentine's Day. So that was Monday. So woke up Tuesday, checked out, and then drove to Philly. Mm-hmm. And can I just say, the fucking tolls? Oh my God. It's $16 to get on the fucking Jersey Turnpike?
I didn't even think to bring that up to her.
Oh, yeah.
My man's asking me if I got change. Like, wait, what? They don't take a card? Like, oh, it's a ticket? And now we're stopping at a service center. First of all, a service center. We call them rest areas, but they're service centers because there are people pumping your gas.
Yeah, you can't pump your own gas in Jersey. You don't pump your own gas in Jersey.
I knew that, but I've obviously just never experienced it before.
The tolls. I forgot about the tolls.
The fucking tolls, bro.
I forgot all about it.
When you out there, you got to be. Usually they got the rental car and the Easy Pass thing is on there, so you don't even think about it.
I forgot.
But if you don't got the Easy Pass, you coming out the pocket.
Oh shit! I forgot all about the tolls.
And he does that shit fucking every day.
Yeah.
I forgot about the 95 and the tolls, man.
Yeah.
The tolls, those are insane.
And it's strictly Jersey. It goes to like DC.
Oh.
It goes down to DC.
No, it doesn't.
All the way down to
We
DC.
paid
Yeah, it goes from New York. From New York though on the 95.
It's toll roads on.
Once you hit Jersey, actually even in some parts of Connecticut, but like once you hit Jersey, tolls, and then all the way
seriously,
through.
it's once
every route we went had
once you cross the George Washington Bridge.
Even we had them in Virginia.
Yeah.
So once you hit Virginia
Yeah.
heading north on the East Coast is toll
It's like
roads.
Alexandria, like once you get like
Like I said, every route we took was a toll.
Richmond, my man.
Yeah, you're right.
We had toll roads in Virginia, 65 cents type shit.
I mean, there's toll roads and stuff in Florida. I've just never seen the amounts that high. Like, it was literally, so he had gotten a ticket from like the Jersey Turnpike. It printed out a little ticket. When he went to go pay, that was like 14. And then when we had gone from like,
and don't pay that ticket
when we
late.
go from like the Philly to however we had to go when we were going into New York, that shit was like 16, and then it was like another 4. Then you had to pay to go through the Lincoln Tunnel. Yep. Like it was, I was just like every time I turned around, it was a fucking toll. That's how many tolls you need.
In 2017, I was in New York, and my brother came up. He was in Connecticut at the time. He came up and we made the wrong turn and had to go through the toll.
Damn.
It had to go through and go back. When we went through the toll, I told the dude, I was like, hey, bro, I was like, there was an asshole that was blocking the lane and we couldn't get over. So we got sent over here. And he goes, what are you going to do? We're going to come around, take a U-turn. Came around the other side, took the U-turn, told the dude. I was just being nice as shit. The guy was like, I was like, yo, some asshole blocked us and we couldn't get over. So we got stuck over here. And he goes, that shit happens more often than you think. Let's us through. We're like, because that shit was like $13. Like, god damn.
Yeah. So we're
he's like, nigga, that's a meal. Like,
It goes up. It's
tolls
like,
and shit.
that was years ago and it
Crazy.
keeps going up.
So we get into Philly.
when people ask real quick, sorry, when there's so many reasons why will not live on the East Coast.
That's one of them.
Toll
A
roads,
little bit
Cold.
the cold. It's a different type of cold over there
Wind chill.
Yeah.
compared to here. So it's like toll roads, weather. Then is very, 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 very simple. I do not like watching football at 9:00 at night.
I had a whole conversation about that shit.
I brought that up actually a few times because the basketball
that shit
games.
started one?
Well, the basketball games that were on,
Yeah.
and it was like 11 o'clock. Like when we were sitting in Atlantic City, I think the Bucks were on or something like that. And it was like 11 o'clock.
The Super Bowl ends over there on the
Whoa.
East Coast. What are you doing? Nothing.
Going to bed. Yeah.
Nothing.
It was late.
Oh, I was telling when I was staying in Brooklyn, I was telling the person I was staying with, I was like, you gotta understand. If I wake up on a Sunday, like when I was working, I wake up on a Sunday at like 9:15. Turn on the TV. Oh, pregame. Okay, cool. Get up, start making breakfast, get around, hop in the shower. By the time I'm done with all that, kick off in a few minutes. Cool. It's 10 a.m. I can eat breakfast. I can still go to McDonald's and get breakfast while watching the first half.
I just
You
brought
can't
that
beat
up
that.
today too.
If I wake up on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. and a football game is not on in September, October timeframe, I'm losing my fucking
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
It's a great barometer of
Yeah, it's
time.
weird.
Like, I brought you up on that trip too because I was like, yo, like,
And I'm sorry to divert off your topic,
No.
but those are the three things that keep me living on the West Coast right now. Because I would not know how to function. So now you're gonna give me bad weather,
late ass football games.
late ass football game, and a toll road to get to a man.
And I got to struggle to park. Like, yo,
Oh
like,
my god!
park it. Yeah.
Continue your story.
And that's
Continue
not,
with your
like,
story.
So okay, so
And I love the East Coast folks. I'm an East Coast guy.
I love to visit. I'll be there in April.
Fair.
It's like,
I don't know if I'm going back.
I got spoiled out here. I got
you might go back.
spoiled
You
out
gotta
here.
go back to Jersey, but you go back.
Imagine if the 95, our 95 was a toll road out here.
You want to talk about delays?
It's already bad enough.
Or the 215 or the 15 itself was a toll road.
Don't give them any ideas.
Even if you had to pay a toll when you were going to Arizona, he'd be like, "What the fuck?"
You saw how we act when we had to pay for parking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still act that way. It's ridiculous.
Y'all do what? Yeah, watch me make this U-turn. Yeah, that first hour free, right? Yeah, watch me slide back out with this ticket. It's like,
Lord. That shit
But
sucks.
please,
Anyways,
continue.
okay, sorry.
Sorry.
So, Philly, yes. So going to Philly, we were gonna do the cheesesteak tour thing first before we went to check in. Mind you, it's still really fucking cold, and so you guys have to understand the way my anxiety is set up. I don't even let Ben drive me around. I don't let anyone drive me. I have a thing about cars. Anxiety and I don't like it. So you take me to the most congested fucking place ever other than New York, okay? So the
What are you down,
street
South Street?
the streets are
Oh.
the streets are this fucking big.
the rhythmic
Yeah.
honking.
Yeah.
They're-
There's
they're
no
this
honking.
big.
There's normally not much honking.
One side of the street is half parking, half outside
Yeah.
areas of restaurants and these little tiny
Bubbles.
bubble
Tense.
of tents or like little wooden I don't even know what you would call it, porches or something that's built out into the street. So you can swipe them as you are passing them. It's everything is really, really close. And there's people walking and it was a lot. So I was glad to park. And then we went to the first cheesesteak place, which was the Ishka Bibbles.
Thank you.
Apparently,
No. Real quick. 2 weeks. Damn near. I've been trying to figure out the name of this goddamn place.
No, we talked about it before the last episode.
You told me to go there.
Because I was like,
I know.
Because she sat there going to field. I was like, you going to Ishkabibbles? And she goes, he mentioned that spot. And you were like, yes! Like, that's the one.
Last podcast, full conversation. Me and Ambrose sitting looking at each other. Yeah, she should go to. Yeah, she should go to
Azabuki's.
Yeah, that place with the
Kibbles and Bits.
Anytime anybody kept trying to tell me to go where to go when it go to Philly, I could not remember for 2 weeks up until right now where I would tell them to go. You weren't the only person that went to Philly right now that I know. And I would be like, you need to go to...
Well, that's the only one I remembered that you said. Yeah. So the Ishkabibbles and... Okay, so hold on. I'm going to tell you where I went second first, because we did two of them first. We did just two.
Right.
Because we were going to dinner that night. So, and then we were going to get one on the way out at somewhere else on our way to New York. That was the plan, at least.
If you were coming straight back from Philly, I would have been like, grab me some.
So,
I don't care if it's soggy in the paper.
So... Went to Ishkabibbles first.
Wrap it in tinfoil.
Went to Ishkabibbles first. Just got, a cheesesteak, provolone, peppers and onions.
Salt and pepper.
Just, you know what I mean? Just kind of your basic, as it would kind of come, I guess you would say. As your food would
no
come.
extras.
Right.
Yeah.
So got that one, went to the car, ate about half of it, and then went to the other spot to try it. And I'm going to tell you why I'm leaving out the reviews first. So the second place we went to Ishkabibbles first.
Okay.
Literally went to the car, ate.
Okay.
And then, because we only got one obviously to share, and then we ate pretty much most of it because we were hungry at this point. But the second spot was pretty much right next to it.
Any Philly weed? Okay.
Because he got all of it before I even landed and rolled everything and prepared it for. This man literally rolled.
No, I got it.
For us to have the whole trip.
No, I got it.
I salute you, bro.
He took care.
Thank you for taking care of
like I said, he took care of everything. When I say this man did a great job on this trip, he did a great job.
I love him for loving you.
Yep.
That's it. He did phenomenal. He really did such a great job on this trip.
We cook you, but it's with love.
I literally landed with 20 pre-rolled blunts.
Yeah, you deserve
next
it.
To me. Like,
you deserve it.
For having to fly on Spirit next to it. Yeah, no, Spirit was a whole nother thing. I didn't even go through my TSA stuff. Anyways.
All right.
So we went to the second
spot.
The second spot, which was, I want to say it was John Smith's. Is that the name of it?
Subs?
John. It's literally right across from Ishkabibbles, like less than half a block. It's a bigger spot. They have like a seating and upstairs seating area.
I haven't been back.
I want to say it's John Smith's.
I haven't been back in like over 5 years. So.
Well, he had Googled it and it had like a bunch of reviews and a bunch of stars or whatever. So we're like, okay, we'll just let this spot be our second spot and we'll head to the hotel. Okay, cool. So went in there, pretty much ordered the same thing.
Where you guys are staying? Excuse me.
We were
Center City, around the area, South Street, South Philly.
Oh my God, I can't even tell you.
Okay.
I have no idea where.
Don't worry about it. All right.
Jim South Street.
What?
Is that it?
Yes.
One on the map. The spot she's talking about, Jim South Street.
It's literally right next to Ishkabibbles.
It was on South and
like
Fourth,
a little bit further up.
So what's the name of the spot though?
Jim's South Street.
Yeah, Jim's South.
Yeah.
John Smith, whatever.
John Smith. I was like, you don't know that.
It's called Jim's.
Some shit like that.
Jim's.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Jim's.
That one.
Jim's.
Yeah.
Jim's on
Jim's.
South Street. It's like what you call it on Decatur out here, or
I just remembered it was a white man's name.
okay, Jim. His man's
That's all I
name Jim.
remembered.
Fuck. There's white people and there's white people. I get it. Okay?
No, there's white people and there's people who happen to be white.
Oh my bad.
Both are solid though. We're gonna go course.
Anyway,
as you were.
Okay, so we went in, ordered another kind of one that was like as you would get it. We got the onions, got peppers, cheese, whatever, blah blah blah. Ate that one. So my review between both of these sandwiches, Capriati's takes it. I was very disappointed. The thing is,
I'm watching him about to explode right now.
so let me go through them. Ishkabibbles. The bread, loved the bread. The bread was great. Quality of meat was great. Barely put any cheese on this sandwich. Barely anything. Barely, when we ask for peppers and onions, it's like a sprinkle. Hardly anything there. It's mostly meat and greased bread. Okay? Wasn't really a fan. go to, what's his name? Jim's. Go to Jim's. And I was fucking with them because they had the grilled onions. Everything looked real good. It had like a decent amount of cheese. Not enough, but like a decent amount of cheese. Then they slapped on cold peppers. Cold. Why would I order a grilled hot sandwich and then you slap on cold peppers?
Yo.
So, my opinion is, I'm so glad that I had this experience, but I fucks with Capriati's.
Get your guess, man.
Before I fucks with any.
Yo, get your guess.
Maybe I'm gonna try a different spot, but two of those, it's not something I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I gotta go back and get it.
Get your people, man. Get your people.
It's not happening. It's not for me.
Oh shit!
I'm sorry to disappoint. I knew you would be disappointed, which is why I told the reviews specifically how I told them.
I've been watching this man boil over. He's like,
The level of disrespect you just showed to the entire city and culture.
oh shit!
Y'all need to get you a Capriati out there.
I'd like to apologize to your neighbors for my cackling.
You know what? Like it's what I said before. There's
Stop. We're gonna move forward. Because the cheesesteak disrespect.
Okay, this is the only thing I could possibly say about it.
She's
now,
going?
Yeah. No, I want to give a little bit more of an explanation. So, given we've never ordered a cheesesteak in Philly before, okay? Other than the nasty cheese whiz that I know I don't want, I don't necessarily know exactly what more I want. So I didn't know how to go in tweaking. No, I don't want that nasty shit. So.
Yo,
I'm a provolone kind of girl. I'm a provolone kind of girl.
Eddie gonna have beef with the Eagles, the Sixers, the Phillies, the Flyers, state property, the Roots.
Damn, all I'm saying is that maybe I needed to tweak the sandwiches. I wasn't aware that I needed to tweak the sandwiches. When you go, like, you would think that, like, you could just get it as is and it's just going to be this bomb-ass sandwich. Like, I didn't know I needed to ask for, like, extra cheese and please make sure there's peppers and onions on it. Don't just sprinkle them on the top. Or can you please grill the peppers other than having them cold? Like, I didn't know I needed to do all that. Maybe if I would have known, I would have enjoyed the sandwiches more, but I can order Capriati's as is, and that's just fire. So, anyways, but Philly did redeem itself, though, because the hotel was nice. It was in a cute little area, and we ended up... I'm trying to move on. It's just a sandwich. Good Lord. My God. I'm one person. I didn't like it. Like, Ben didn't really like it either, honestly.
like right now, I'm listening. Like, man, like I love her kids. it's like
I can hear that. What else you say anything? He's like, I love her, don't I? It's like
it's just a sandwich.
It's not though.
It is, because it really is.
Oh,
I just personally, like I said, if I would have known to tweak them, maybe I would have enjoyed them a little bit more. But just getting them as is, how I would just get like a Capriati's or something like as is.
At least you didn't say Subway.
Oh hell no!
See, so I mean,
but yo, you were talking of Capriati's Phillies too. Like you know they're fire. Like that's not like a. It's not a false
great
statement.
Substitute
for a sandwich named after the city.
I understand that. Okay, well maybe I need to try different places because I didn't like how maybe they were having a bad day. I don't know, but it was literally like a strip of cheese and cold peppers.
If somebody said they didn't like,
do you like cold peppers on a hot sandwich?
Annie, how would you respond if somebody said they didn't like crawfish?
I get that all the time.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
It's nothing personal against you.
It's cool. It's cool.
Oh my God.
It's not the review.
And I'm the dramatic one.
It's cool.
And I'm the dramatic one.
No, I'm not being dramatic. I'm saying it's cool. It's cool.
It's just a personal. I'm one person.
That was
on. That was on
Tuesday.
Yes.
Yeah.
So checked into the hotel. Moving on to Philly because, like I said, Philly, and I told you guys earlier, Philly was one of my favorite parts of the trip. And dead ass, I didn't expect that at all. I didn't expect it to be.
Sounds like a disappointment to me, but okay.
Because I didn't really know. I've never.
Please continue.
When I think of like the trip, I think of Atlantic City and the big casinos and the buildings, and we're doing Valentine's Day, and then you think of just New York, and it's New York, you know. So when Philly out of the 3, I wasn't expecting to be as big of an impact.
Yo, get this John.
I can't. She thinks
I'm just saying. I'm just giving my opinion.
But she changed her tone when she talked about New York. She said it's New York, so I kind of got to slide over on the side. But as you were,
and as it was, we'll get into New York too. So, but like I said, Philly was lit. We ended up finding, and if you would have blinked driving by it, you would have fucking missed it. It was literally like a single door with a really tiny window next to it. But when you walk into it, it's a whole open bar, lounge, 2-story looking from like a New Orleans feel. And it was literally a hookah bar. And it had food. So we're like, all right, well, this kind of works. We'll have some drinks and eat. This food was fucking phenomenal. And they let us smoke our weed in there. So we stayed there for a while, but it was good. They had a DJ and everything. It was like a really good vibe. Like we just had a good, it was like a nice chill.
How did it get to the point where
night
like
out.
you knew you could smoke your weed there?
Because we asked the lady.
We asked.
It's not that we were asked. Okay, so it was more of we were putting our coats on to go outside to smoke because obviously we just assumed we had to go outside. And I had flagged her down and I told her because like our hookah and stuff was sitting there and I was like, we're gonna go outside and smoke real quick. And she was like, oh well, what are you smoking, weed or cigarettes? And I was like, well, technically both, but like the weed more importantly. And she was like, nah, you guys can do that in here. Just go over in this little kind of side area to smoke it. And we're like, really? Because this just changed everything. And we only bought 2 blunts, and we were so fucking mad about it too. We were so irritated. We only bought 2 blunts for this shit. Wait, our whole night just changed. And then but then we walk over to the little side area to smoke, and the owner comes up and goes, "Nah, you guys are good. You can go smoke at your table."
That's kind of the dream.
Say it again, sir. Say it again, sir. He goes, yeah, just please make sure you ash in the hookah thing. And like the little shirt. Not a problem, sir. You got it.
Matter of fact, here's a
ash in the
got it.
Ash in the ashtray?
Shit. I could do that.
I was going to do that anyway. Well, you know what? You got it.
And
you got it, big man.
And they had Jack Honey. And they made these really good Hennessy cocktails.
Oh, so you had a good 2 hours of just.
Oh, we were there for 4 hours.
Oh shit, my bad.
So she did like Philly.
Yeah.
We were there for 4 hours, and it was. We ended up going back to that. We had such a good time there that we went back to the hotel, changed because like I was in heels and he was dressed and shit like that,
more weed.
And grabbed more weed. Then we walked downtown Philly, where we went dancing in a park, just the whole like enjoying the city. And that's when I started to enjoy the city more. So, and I really started and I was like, wow, this turned out to be one of the better parts of the trip.
Okay.
So I just needed to experience it. I didn't know. I've never been there before. I didn't know what I was doing going in.
Look,
so
it all down in the first half.
Right. Like we came back.
It was looking bad in the first half.
We came back with it.
Jada was trying to remember.
But I will tell you,
you were my guest. Yeah.
After we walked though, and we went back to the room, we still had to have a sandwich.
Y'all still fucked it up too.
Still fucked it up.
It's probably the best thing in the world.
It was good then.
Yeah, okay.
It wasn't just cold peppers. The whole thing was cold by that point in time, so it didn't really matter.
There was no microwave. There was no
microwave.
Just
the cold sandwich. The cold sandwich we had gotten 7 hours earlier.
But when the grease starts to melt, it just
it soaks in perfectly.
It does.
Like, it just breaks down easy.
It was great. So Philly ended up.
Capri Eyes don't do that.
Philly's. Oh yeah, it does. But it did it at the times. But I appreciate it nonetheless. So
no, they don't do that when it's cold. Is what I'm saying.
I ain't seen this kind of sandwich anger since Ross on Friends.
Oh yeah, he was mad, wasn't he?
As
my sandwich. Okay.
So you slid up after that.
Yeah. So.
Yo, can we talk about that real quick?
The sandwich.
The level of disrespect in that show. It was. I felt that anger.
So many friend references. I tell you what. Pivot.
But no, seriously, like.
I catch more of it on Instagram than I ever caught.
All right, my bad. Go ahead. Continue.
I love it.
My bad.
I'm sorry.
Go on.
I was just watching Friends last night. I was supposed to say I made the comment about Paul Rudd. kind of awesome.
The disrespect of the sandwich.
When he was playing Monica.
She ate my sandwich. Like,
But it's like it's
didn't even finish it. Like,
that's the thing. It's like you ate it, you didn't finish it, and you threw it away.
Yeah.
You just left it there.
you could have just cut off the part where you bit and put it back in the sandwich. Put it back inside.
And it's just
I feel like I would have been at least a little bit more okay with it.
You know what? I'll say this much.
Saved me a bit.
As a kid, if you would have told me that, I'd have been like, "You're you're bugging." But like as an adult, like I have very few joys in life. Don't take this from me. It's like that's what that is.
As I've gotten older and I've gone back and I've seen that episode, primarily during the pandemic, the whole time I said that this bitch is just disrespectful.
It is.
This is just disrespectful.
And
Why would you
that's
do
on
that?
any level. That's like even when my kids do shit like that, I'm like,
Yeah, so
why would you do that? Like,
Well, I remember
I gave birth to you. Like,
I remember.
I don't mean shit.
I remember watching that episode and
Your
it
mom.
seemed like no one got it except
No, I
me.
got it.
And everybody was just like,
If
"Why
you
is
know,
he
then you know.
overreacting?"
Oh yeah, I've had that.
no, if you know, then you know.
As a person though, like, and this is not going to be a sad thing, but due to basketball and the way I was traveling in high school, I didn't have my mom's cooking from like 15 till I was like 21, 22. And it was a couple of times at the end, it was just like I would look at my brother and be like, "You ain't shit." Like there was one time my mom made pasta, and it's not like her pasta is the best in the world. I just love her cooking. And I come home and my cousin is high as shit. He's eating the big ass bowl, not tripping. You know what I mean? My brother's got a friend over there. He's eating the big ass bowl. They're supposed to be leftovers, but they're not because they ate it. But my little brother is in the pot, scooping out the last of the sauce with some fucking garlic bread. And I'm like, "Oh no, this is the last of it." And just eats it in front of me. And I was like, and my mom had already left. And I was like, "You ain't shit, bro." Like flat out, you fuck you.
That's rude.
That's my brother.
I would have beat him up. Like I said, my family and people in my house have gotten
like
into
the
my shit.
disrespect, like
It is. I completely agree.
Like the only thing else I can compare it to is you've seen the movie What Happens in Vegas with Ashton Kutcher and Rob Country. When they was at the buffet and your man Rob Country didn't like old girl and he just crushed the croissant she was eating.
Oh, is that the one with Cameron Diaz, right?
Yeah,
Where they win the
they're in the buffet. Yeah, they
win the jackpot or whatever.
No, they're in the buffet. She has a croissant or a muffin or whatever, and he just reaches up and just grabs it before she takes a bite, just crushes it, throws it away. It's like fuck you. It's that level
I
of
swear to
disrespect.
That's why I feel
God,
about that
I would
sandwich.
knock the whole fuck out of somebody.
Sorry,
Ooh,
folks.
man.
I felt like you disrespected the sandwich. He had to go for a drink.
If you're watching that YouTube, you just saw me had to walk around, had to re-up on some Jack.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
So
Anyways.
But sorry, I did not mean to get off topic. But
No, it's okay.
from there, you
Where
said-
were we? We were.
You said
I was
you
still
had
in
a good time
Philly,
in
right?
Philly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, now we're going into New York, and so we got up. We're driving all the fucking tolls,
more tolls.
way more tolls,
That,
and
what was it? That tunnel?
that was no. He paid a toll before that. He paid. Is it the Jersey Turnpike?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he had a ticket with that one, had to pay that one, and then the one where we got into New York before the tunnel, right? I think it is.
I think that's the Holland Tunnel. No, that's the Lincoln Tunnel. Yeah.
Yeah, so the Lincoln Tunnel we had to pay at, which was like the $16 toll or something like that. And then there was one more after that.
I mean, George Washington Bridge would
Going
have more
into-
hours and cost you about the same. So
Because he took me the way so I could see the skyline and stuff like that, where we were going over to where you see Newark on this side and New York on this side. So, and of course I loved it and it was great. And I had never seen the skyline that before. And get into New York and
looking for the disrespect to see if there's any.
so I get into New York and it's just, oh my God, I felt like I was going to die.
Like wind chill factor.
No, it was the driving. It was the, and he's driving different now. He ain't driving like he was driving earlier.
He's on.
Yeah.
He's on.
I even told him at one point, I was like, "You're being real Jersey right now."
Being real aggressive.
No, he's on.
Yeah, you
Like,
gotta be. You gotta.
and that's what he said to the
gotta
point.
bully the grove.
Well, it got to the point to where I irritated him. And he was like, "You have got to stop.
Yeah.
Like you can't sit over there and be, oh my God.
Chill
Like,
out. Yeah.
you got to chill the fuck out." And I was like, "I'm trying, but you don't understand. I feel like I'm about to die right now. I'm not used to this. You're used to this. Okay. This is terrifying for me. I already having, like I said a little bit earlier, I already having issues with other people driving me in cars. And it's always been a fear of mine. And I already knew it was going to happen, but I trust him, obviously. But it's still scary when you're all in the middle of it. So And it was my own fault because I wanted to go to Grace Papaya, which is all the way fucking down on like 56th and Broadway.
Yeah, you got to go all the way up and through Midtown. Yeah.
So we were staying in Midtown. We were staying in Times Square. It was like 20, I want to say 26th and 6th. Somewhere around there.
The Grace Papaya or the hotel?
That's where the hotel was.
That's
the
not
Grace.
Times Square.
The Grace Papaya was like Midtown or something like that. I don't really know the areas that well.
Yeah, no, 26 and 6 is.
Well, we walked from that all the way to Times Square and all the way back.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 40 fucking blocks or whatever. So
because that's a distance.
20 miles.
Yeah.
20 miles is a block. 20 blocks is a mile. Yeah.
So we.
Yeah, sorry.
So we went. I wanted Grace Papaya. That's one of the things about New York that I've always wanted to try, and they were everything that I thought they were going to be, and I didn't have to tweak anything. I just ordered it as a game, and it was
okay. You can't use my food to disrespect it.
And it was
like it's fucked up.
And it was great. So, but yeah, so that was great, and then we ended up having to.
Why though?
And it's
Philly gets a bad rap.
And it was that, and then it was the parking. We paid $30 just to go park to get these fucking hot dogs.
Because you park. Yeah.
There was so many.
You paid for parking.
And to get to the parking is like we're in a GMC truck. So to get down to these little underground where like someone's got to back up so that you can go out, and oh my god, it was so much.
Why did you do Subway?
Come on, bro.
Well, we hadn't even checked in yet, and I'm not getting on the subway. I could smell it from the sewer. I'm not doing that.
Come on. It's the best way to get around sometimes.
No.
It is super convenient. And you with a 6'3" nigga, so you be all right.
No, I'm not doing that. Especially not with what happened in New Jersey. So, not doing it. You can't make me. I'm not doing it. I'd rather get in a cab.
Shout out to my man that got robbed in New York.
What?
Like over the weekend.
Oh my God.
It happens.
So, okay, anyway. So we go to Grace Papaya.
He's the guy that will get robbed in New York, though.
Yeah,
like he's the black dude that will get robbed in New York.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's
like you're not the black dude that will get robbed in New York.
And I've been robbed 3 times, so I got robbed in high school. Right. So yeah,
I'm normally Ben's not the guy that would get robbed. I'm normally not the guy that would get robbed. Normally,
okay.
He is.
This gentleman
is.
As soon as he opens his mouth, the way he carries himself.
Oh yeah.
You're robbing him for practice to see if you still got it.
Yeah. I've been out for a minute. Let me just, let me get this a shot again.
Well, that kind of sucks.
The fact that he posted it on Facebook.
Oh no! Why would you do that?
Was just like, this is why you got robbed.
So sorry.
Jesus.
I'm so sorry for laughing.
Anyways, okay, so went to Grace Papaya. It was great. The parking sucked. The traffic sucked. The people walking were fucking loud and rude, and everyone's just going so fast, and it was just a lot. So we get to the hotel.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
That's the word I was looking for right there. That's exactly what it was.
What?
They were going too fast.
Everything was
too fast.
Fast.
You sent me the video from Times Square, and I was like, that shit is dead. She goes, there's so many people out. I'm like, that shit is dead. Yeah.
And that wasn't even the busiest part, because the busiest part we walked through was when the damn Knicks game was getting out.
Oh, but that's over by by Penn
because
Station.
you said that. That's how I know, and different levels.
Yeah.
It was just a lot for me. Like I said, I'm not used to that. It was a lot for me. And of course, he's cool as a cucumber, just living his best fucking life. Like this, he does this on the daily, which is great. So we go to the hotel. We go to check in. We have to park in a garage. It's like fucking $90 to park overnight. That's the one for the hotel. Insane. Well, it ended up being like 50 because they discounted, but still, it was a lot.
They normally discount.
And then, so I'm wheeling like my fucking big ass suitcase with his garment bags and his big ass, like we're just wheeling this shit through these rough ass sidewalk streets, and there's just trash and fucking people and all this shit everywhere. So
see you in April, baby.
Right.
It's like
we get to the hotel.
I'm over here like, so what's the problem?
Oh, I can smell it now.
What's the problem?
We get to the hotel. We take a nap. And because there was a lot of driving. We were tired. There was a lot going on.
Yeah.
So
he's tired from driving.
We're tired.
Dealing with the traffic.
Right. I really did irritate him. I felt so bad, which That's why I don't let him really drive here either. I don't want to do that to him.
Don't second guess me, woman. Like, you ain't never been.
Like I said, he was driving. He drove real different.
Say please.
A few times. He asked me nicely a few times.
Hold on, like
that was totally my fault.
You've been to Cali though. Cali driving is way worse.
I was driving though. Like, but I'm the one driving, and he even asked me, he's like, "You want to drive?" I'm like, "Fuck no, I don't want to drive." I'd rather walk right now.
Cali, like
Absolutely
Cali and Miami
not.
have been like the worst driving. Miami, because I've seen so many people do cocaine, and also they'll drive 90 miles an hour, like key bumps on the car. You see it all the time.
No, not.
But it's
Miami drive.
But like night, also when it's like those torrential downpours. Motherfuckers is still hitting 90 on the freeway. Yeah. And it's like, you don't give a fuck.
Well, it's not even the 90 on the freeway part. It's the congested streets to where then there's people are parked, and then there's a lot of people just walking. They don't, New Yorkers don't give a fuck about where, if you're coming in a car or nothing, they're just going to walk.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
don't let me have it right away. Hit me.
Hopefully they don't get fucking hit.
Okay,
like,
aren't you not familiar with I'm walking here?
Yeah, I'm walking here.
I said that because I wanted to say it. Yeah. I said it because I was like, hey, I'm fucking walking here. Like, because I just, it was a New York thing to do, and I was there, and whatever.
Trust me.
But no, like,
it's not a New York thing to do. Eventually you're going to say
it. But keep in mind the first time.
Fuck, I'm walking here, yo.
The first time I told you about my first experience in New York, it wasn't that great, so I kind of knew what to expect, but I was more in it now than I was the first time. So it's still kind of new and unexpected. It was like the streets with we're zooming and we're going this way, and then we're going this way, and then it's randomly parked trucks and people with
like uptown because they built triple park up there.
flying by on these fucking bikes and scooters and shit, like just not giving a whole fuck. Like,
how many times have you get the bell ring? Ring, ring,
the bells and the horns was just a constant thing. So get to the hotel, everything's cool, checked in, took a nap, got up, got ready for dinner. And what did we do for dinner? I don't even remember what we did for dinner.
Bluetooth.
That was after dinner. What did we do? Oh, we went to Craft. Wow, I'm an idiot. So we got dressed up, went to this really nice place called Craft, and it was really good. Nice atmosphere. Yeah, really, really pretty inside. And like I said, he was dressed. Mans was looking good. He did his thing. So
turtleneck up.
Turtleneck. Like, he rocked the turtleneck twice, actually.
The same one or just
a different one? A black one. It was a black
flavors.
one. Oh, it was a black one that was like a cream colored one. Because he did the all black for Valentine's with the gray blazer, and then he had a cream colored turtleneck with these like plaid.
You gonna come out with the green
pants with the brown pea coat.
Oh, he like okay.
See, now you just make my mom like look better.
Like,
why can't you wear a turtleneck like that?
He looked real good. That's all I'm saying. He looked real good. So went to long distance relationship, and
she took the blue shoe. Like she was with it.
So went to dinner, had a great dinner, and we wanted to go walk after. We were going to walk and smoke. That was the plan for pretty much every night that we were there. Went back to the hotel, changed, started walking, ended up walking past, he took me past the stadium. The game was letting out, and then we walked all the way down to Times Square, that whole area. Some fucking lady was trying to talk to me. We were trying to watch these street performers, and they were taking forever to like get started. And this lady like just comes up, and we're standing like against a glass wall for a store, and she like comes up and stands next to me, and she's like, where are you from, or something like that. And I was like, oh, not here, just visiting. And she was like, well, where are you from? I was like, the West Coast. And she like kept trying to pry, and she was asking me about my nose ring, and I was like, then can we just walk? Like, this is getting, let's just walk. So we walked. He had to go to the bathroom.
I'm uncomfortable.
Right, I was very uncomfortable.
I need to know.
It's time to go. Like, I don't know why she's talking to me right now. I'm trying to cut the conversation politely, and she's just trying to talk, so we're just gonna keep walking. He had to go to the bathroom, of course, so he does what everybody else does apparently in New York, because it wasn't the only person I saw doing it, but pissing on the fucking street.
Did he get a ticket?
No.
All right, cool. Yeah,
So,
he at least went down the alley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went down to like a little side street thing or whatever.
Around a dumpster, whatever.
You play lookout, let him rock.
I did. I stood there and I was like, can you please Just put that thing away. Let's go. So that's when we found the little bar walking back.
He indoctrinated you in real quick.
Yeah. I got a real New York experience.
Watch my back, yo. Like, I'm back.
No, because
I got a real New York
real
experience.
quick. That's a girlfriend thing.
That's what he told me. I got a New York experience. How it would be.
It's not.
Like, if I was,
It's a girlfriend thing, but it's not a Las Vegas girlfriend thing.
yeah, it's like,
You know
all
what I'm
right,
saying?
like,
I know, I get it.
because like, if I'm gonna be honest, if I was in a
It's not
relationship,
the
and it got
first
to
time I
that
played
point where,
lookout
we
while
go to
somebody
New York,
pees.
Yeah.
But
it's like, yo, like the New York you're expecting to see, this ain't gonna be Sex in the City. Like, if we get you familiar with bodegas, we gonna eat regular, because this is why I come here. It would be like if you took somebody to Philly, be like, yo, we going to these Jones. Like, you gonna hear me talk different. Like, my vocab.
That's what I'm telling you.
like I said, he got real different. So we ended up finding this little bar walking back. I'm trying to like not make the whole podcast about my trip here, but we'll get to it.
Don't worry, mine's coming too.
So walking back, we found like a little bar, sat and had a few drinks, and that's when he busted out the whole Blue Chew.
Oh, I was like,
In the middle of the bar. Chased it with a beer.
Talking about putting your dick on the table.
And I was like-
literally and figuratively.
And I'm looking at him and I'm like, you really want to do this right now? Like, really feel this way right now? I was like, all right.
Do I?
Okay.
That's like,
I said fine.
oh, dropping a magnum on the table. Let's go.
So
Like, why we still here?
this is the best part though. We go back to the hotel and we eat the rest of the food from Kraft.
Okay.
Because we're hungry by this point. We've walked now 40 blocks.
You've now walked. You've been smoking.
We've been smoking, drinking,
Got
walked
it.
back, go to the room, eat. We go sleep.
Stays in the system.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Because it took about, let's see, we went to sleep. It was probably maybe 1 something. I was up by 6.
I don't want to ask, but I kind of got to ask.
I'm not asking nothing.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to let it go.
I already know the results.
No, it wasn't even the results. It was the introduction method. Was it the poke? Like, hey.
I've been.
But you know what I'm talking about.
No, it was just like
Hey.
it wasn't a poke. It was like a grab.
Oh, okay.
Like
You went McGill Gorilla on
you
you.
just a grab. And I was,
over here.
like, I thought I was like a little dreaming at first. Like I wasn't fully awake yet, and I was like, "Whoa, what?" So this is happening right now. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's exactly. He hit you with the scorpion.
I know how it went down. That's why I didn't ask. I knew exactly how it went down.
Oh no.
Well, that's why I was kind of like, "You're really gonna take this right now?" And I was like, we ain't gonna do
Don't
nothing
matter.
right now. Like we're both tired. Like it's not a long ass day. Like we ready to go to sleep. We got to check out. I was like, when is
late
this?
checkout. Call in for that late
When is
checkout.
this? Well, this man literally refuses to leave a hotel before 12. And when I say refuses, as in he will not. Well, he said the thing is checkout's at 11, and he's like, nah.
Late
Late
checkout.
checkout.
Checkout is 12.
Late checkout.
Late checkout.
And I was like, no, they didn't tell you it was 12. He's like, no.
Late checkout.
I never leave a hotel before 12. He was so
I don't know about
adamant
that,
about it. Like so adamant about it.
There's been 3 o'clock for me.
It was a real thing though. We could not leave until 12. Like he made it a whole thing.
I
but
said, look, I'm at
whatever.
late checkout.
Yeah.
3 o'clock, I might be out of there.
I got good
Might.
sleep, so it was fine with me.
Shit, I've seen my mom.
But yeah, that's what I was saying.
I'm done at work at 2:30, so I'll be out of the room at 3.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah, I knew we were gonna leave late checkout that day.
No, he's giving him respect, giving him 12.
Yeah.
I paid this much for this room. It ain't this much until I leave.
And it was a great room too. Like it
No.
was like small, but it had a great view. Like I could see the Empire State Building.
And you said you were on 26 and 6.
Yes.
That's a good area because you're right around where Chelsea is. So,
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I want to say
it's not super safe because niggas still get robbed in Chelsea, but that's irrelevant.
I want to. It
Niggas
wasn't.
robbed
It
anywhere.
couldn't. I want to say 20th. It wasn't 23rd though. It was.
No,
I think it was
20,
definitely 26.
Chelsea is the
26 and
23rd
6.
Street area. So if he was around the corner from it,
Yeah, we were in that area. But yeah, so the whole Blue Chew thing happened. Thank you, Jada. And
it wasn't as bad this time as it was the first time.
You know what? Hold up. Stop.
no, it wasn't. I will say that it wasn't.
See, she's warming up to the Blue Chew.
Let me say
I didn't say I was
Sporadic
warming
events.
up. I'm just saying that it wasn't.
Let me say this. So, it's not my fault in any type of way.
I didn't say it was your fault.
She said thank you, Jada, but she said in a way like
He did it to keep the love alive.
I was just like
He's very appreciative.
I said, hey, I put it on the table. Hey, this is for you.
You didn't have to take it.
I didn't even put it in your hand.
He put it on the surface.
I put it on that counter right over there.
I understand that.
Hey, enjoy your trip. Happy Valentine's Day.
Right.
You picked it up off the counter.
I did pick it up.
You put it in your purse.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
You gave the bin. You did all this other stuff.
Well, if he would have found out that you tried to give it to me and I didn't take it,
I wouldn't have cared. None of my business. I wasn't going to say that to him.
He
would have gone and got a Spanish fly.
He would have cared. Because I would have told him, like, Jada tried to give me a blue chew, and he would have been like, well, why didn't you take it?
That's on you, still.
I'm just saying, so I already had to make, the decision was already made for me. I didn't say it was your fault. He's very, he's appreciative.
Okay. She's like, the thank you wasn't, because you're thinking of the last time with the thank you. Because she was like, thank you, Jada. This time she was like, yeah, it wasn't so bad.
Thank you, Jada.
It wasn't as bad. It was like, it was,
it was a nice little closeout to the trip. Yeah. He waited till New York specifically to take it. So it was.
I'm gonna clap your cheeks by the Mecca, baby. Like, it's like.
I respect it.
He's grateful. I mean, I'm grateful too.
Like I say, I love him for loving me.
But also by like that point in time, over the course of the days that we had already been together.
Yes, ma'am.
By the Blue Chew point in time, like, I'm done for a minute. Like,
you're good with the long distance relationship. You got all the.
I've got recharged. I'm recharged. I'm good to go. It was great, but it.
You know what? I did notice that because when I dropped him off earlier, he was calling. And he was like,
"No,
I've seen you."
No, don't do that.
No, and then it was like, oh, 2 times. Must be important.
Don't do that. The only reason I did that is because me and my dad were standing in the kitchen having a conversation, and I didn't want to be rude and answer the phone. I saw that he was calling. I will call him back, obviously. He's fine with it. But then he called right after, so I was like, all right, let me answer. And I always answer when he's called. Don't do that.
No.
I was just trying not to be rude to my guest.
So you see, like, oh, you might need a break.
I'm telling you.
It's not that I needed a break from him. It was just there was a lot of physical going on the trip, and
so you would look like
by Thursday, I
clapped out.
Hey,
a little. I'm not gonna lie.
And then when I saw you today on Tuesday, it was just like
I'm good.
Oh, Wednesday. What is it today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Today's Wednesday.
Wednesday morning. It was. You can wait a second.
It didn't have to do with that though. It's because I didn't want to be rude. It didn't have to do with that.
I know, but that's
we talk
funny.
all day, every day. It's just.
I'll get back. Oh no! Yeah. Look. You might even respond with a message. I'll call you back in a minute.
I did not.
It's okay.
Listen, he was dropping off the dog. I was trying not to be rude, so I'm standing there having a conversation with him and my dad. He's going to be heading out in just a minute, so I can call Ben right back. Like, it's not a big deal.
Jada's like,
and I know you saw it because I saw you look down at the phone, and I was like, "You're going to say some shit." But of course he did. But no, that's not the reason why I didn't answer, obviously.
Well, I looked down because the second time he called, and then it was like, then you were like, just like, oh, it's
he called the second time because he normally doesn't call 2 times in a row like that. Like, well, obviously we miss each other's calls. Like, it happens. Like,
you know what? I've overstayed my welcome.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you handle this because that it's not even on that. It's like
he just wanted to talk to me.
No, but even if I was chilling, I'd be like, yo, that's your man calling.
It wasn't.
Like,
we wasn't even anything important. He just wanted to talk to me.
So she'll be good for another 2.5, 3 months at most.
Oh no, he's coming back in March.
I know, but even from once he leaves, like you got to. He's good people. Yeah, nah, for real though. I am very happy.
As long as you don't want to wrestle, we cool.
Yeah. That, but like even the jokes, like I joke on him all the time.
He loves bringing that up.
He takes it in stride. Like, yo, yeah, nigga, because as long as you with her, nigga, I'm bringing that shit up.
That shit is so fucking funny. Because now he does it with us jokingly. He was like, he'll be like, oh,
if I have a funny,
because he tells me he looks for the biggest dude in the room.
But if I have a funny first time story with you, we're gonna be good. Like Jada's was really, I was around this nigga for 2 hours, didn't talk to him. And then finally, me and him were sitting there, and he was like, he just said, hey, where you from? I was like, Harlem. He goes, Philly. I'm like, word, I played the ball over here. Word, cool. And he goes, he literally asked me this, and that's why I laughed when you said Ishkabibbles. He goes, where you go for a cheesesteak? I was like, Ishkabibbles. He goes, I'll fuck with you. We dapped it up. Literally 30 minutes later, this nigga's across the room and looks at me, he gives me the nod, he gives me the rhino sign, and I'm like, this nigga cool. And that's how we became friends. It's like, hey, no, he had two on his
When
side.
it works, it works.
I'm very simple.
You know?
Yeah, no, but he had two. I had two. He goes,
No, I get it.
and I was like, It's like, yes.
Once again, a very universal sign here in Las Vegas.
So New York was dope. You had fun.
Yes, New York was.
Did you get a chopped cheese?
I did not.
Oh,
because we literally, like I said, by the time.
Perfect. That's all, bro. It's all right.
By the time we had gotten into New York from driving from Philly, because that's like almost a 2-hour drive with the traffic and stuff.
And honestly, I'm gonna say this: a chopped cheese is fantastic, but real Philly cheesesteaks are fucking great. And
No, I'm just saying, it's like her arteries.
Yeah.
Your arteries, I don't think you can take it. Like,
Really?
at this point,
yeah.
We ate so
Because
much.
he ate the blue chew, so like his vasodilation
Yeah,
is on point.
we
Yours.
Like I said,
Yeah, it's like-
I can't. Well, at least to my girlfriends and stuff, and they're like, "How's your trip?" I was like, literally for 5 days, we
And those are
ate,
the better
smoked,
doses.
and
Those are
fucked
the
for
bigger
5
doses,
days.
too.
We're exhausted.
I'm gonna tell you that too.
You what?
There's a bigger dose.
Of what?
This tab. These,
She's good.
A what?
She's good with the regular stuff.
There's a what?
it's letting you know.
There's a what?
Oh, she's like, I'm a veteran now.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not even going there. I'm not doing that because, like I said,
She's like, bring it on. I take 2 tabs.
no. He don't even need a tab. So giving him the tab is
Once again,
we're good.
It was Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Once
No,
again.
it wasn't. Valentine's Day was on Monday.
It was on that trip.
Once again, you wanted him
Yeah.
in that position.
You was okay with the door being open for it.
Yeah, it was a better experience this time than the first time.
He didn't drink straight Henny, and then it goes through the blue chew.
It was like, I was about to say there was a lot of other things in his system other than that Bluetooth that night. So
It wasn't just blue chew and Henny, because apparently that brought the savage out.
No. I heard what she said. She was in New York.
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
great though. I loved
different
it.
atmosphere.
I definitely didn't want to leave, but obviously I had to leave. And then he decided to take me to Jersey. Well, we were going to Jersey regardless because obviously I'm flying out of Newark. But
So back to Jersey.
and his
Okay.
mom lives in Jersey. I was going to meet his mom for the first time.
Okay, so now let me to rehash.
She went from
She's
Atlantic City.
she's gone from Atlantic City to Philly to New York. Now she's heading back to Jersey.
Yes.
To Newark.
Yes,
She flies out of Newark.
I fly out of Newark. Yes,
To also see his mom.
his mom. Yes,
Who's
that
also
lives
in
there.
Newark.
Yes.
Okay.
And then but first,
This is so awesome.
Rock on.
yeah. So
I'm listening.
Going
I'm
into his uncle has this burger spot that's over near whatever I don't even know what side it is. Whatever that Rutgers campus is. Is that South Newark? I want to say South downtown Newark.
Yeah.
Okay, so he wants me to go obviously meet his uncle, have a burger at this spot. Cool. So we have to park close to the school, and then it's like maybe like a block and a half from where we park. Not too bad. Okay, and mind you, it's maybe 1:30 in the afternoon. Maybe. Probably about 2, somewhere around
Sun
there.
shining?
Lunchish.
Weather is sweet.
Cold. How's the weather?
It's nice. It's like in the 60s. A little breezy.
It perked back up in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
When I
Little
left, it was
breezy,
cold as shit.
but-
I do remember that. Yeah. I remember people talking about that. So it's kind of enjoyable out. You probably
Yeah.
like it's hoodie.
It's
hoodie weather,
yeah.
but it's lovely.
I'm in my sweats. I got my
Oh,
Timbs
see?
on.
See?
I got
Hoodie Tim weather.
I got my I do still have my big coat on because it was a little breezy. But it was
Look,
doable.
you can get
It wasn't as cold as it was in Atlantic City or fucking Philly, that's for sure.
Okay.
So, hello.
Yeah, that
How was your
that
nap?
Valentine's Day, it was cold as a bitch in the Northeast. Like,
So we're walking towards the spot, and there's people out walking around. It's close to campus, so people are doing their thing. It's around lunchtime, so places are starting to pick up for lunch, and there's a lot of little spots around the area. And we're walking, and there's a man and a woman sitting at like a little circular round table outside of a shop, and she's just sitting like this. And they're whatever. We're walking, didn't even mind anything. I'm about 10 feet away from her, and she pops her head over to me and starts yelling at me and says, "Is that your husband?" She's yelling at me, "Is that your husband?" No, I just ignore her.
Is that the first thing she says?
That was the first thing she said to me. She said, "Is that your husband?" is what she's saying to me as I'm walking towards her. And like I said, I ignored her. I didn't think anything of it because I don't normally respond to people like that. As I'm getting closer, She yells it again. Is that your husband? Now, mind you, I'm thinking that she's about to pull a race card, something, white girl walking with this black man, interracial couple kind of thing, whatever. So I just simply said, this is my boyfriend. As we're still walking. We have not stopped. The conversation is in full movement as we are moving.
As you should. Keep
and
moving, yeah.
Very calmly, very nonchalantly, very
casually,
very
effortlessly,
repetitively for her, because you can tell she's done this before.
Okay.
She decides to yell out, "Yo, let me fuck him real quick."
Yeah, every time I hear that's the first time I've heard it. We read it. We got this info.
And it was like I said, she's sitting like this and she's like, "Yo, let me fuck him real quick."
Real quick.
And my first reaction was, "Ew, no thank you." Like a total, I didn't even know what that was like my first reaction. I said, "Ew, no thank you." And I'm closest to her. Ben's on the other side of me because he walks on the street side always when we walk. So I'm closer to her. I feel, can you sit back up, sir?
Just keep going.
I feel one of these. As we're walking.
Bend to the sidewalk slide.
I feel one of these as he pulls me closer to him. And I said, I said, "Ew, no thank you." And we're still walking and she's still yelling. She's like, "Yo, let me get that dick."
It's
1:30. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. In the middle of the day. Minding our own motherfucking business. Just gonna go get a burger. That's all we're doing. And this man looks over to me. I look at him and I'm like, and he looks at me and kind of shrugs his shoulders and was like, "I wish I could tell you something different, but
it's Jersey.
This is Jersey."
Sorry. There's nothing surprising.
That's me texting you. I put the marker so you know.
All right, fine. There's nothing surprising about this story whatsoever.
Yo, guys, I almost made it through the whole. I sent them a message right after it happened. Deadass, not even because the place was almost right next to where she was. So we went inside, sat down, met his uncle, and I immediately text these two. And I was like, "Y'all, I almost made it this whole fucking trip without wanting to fight somebody." And she would have whooped my ass, by the way. She would have whooped my ass, which is why I was just like, "Ew, no thank you," and kept walking. I'm like, "Please, bitch, don't get up because my man will knock you to the ground." Please don't do that.
This was what, Thursday?
This was Thursday, yeah.
I'm in New Orleans and I get this text. And I'm on location. Check it. I'm scouting a location, which we'll get into.
Well, the text was, y'all. It took. I almost made it the whole trip without wanting to fight somebody. Right. Keith asked, right, what happened?
Yeah.
My response
the text was, "Man, ... Almost made it the whole trip without wanting to fight." I'm laughing and I respond, "Who you beefing with?" Her response, "He brought me to downtown Newark." I'm supposed to give this as why God why. Jada is laughing his ass off and he's dead.
When she said he brought me to downtown Newark, my own response was, "Yo, I'm laughing. I'm done." Because I knew someone stepped out of line. Someone said something, and I knew it wasn't racial. I automatically knew what it was. It wasn't
just OD disrespectful.
It was just OD, either someone stepped to you on some "Yo, fuck your man, let me fuck you," or
it would have been on some "your girl got a fat ass." If it was a dude saying something, it would have been some shit like "she got a fat ass for a white girl." It would have been some shit like that.
When you
he took me to downtown Newark,
I was just like, I know exactly what it was.
So I'm with somebody, and I told them about the scenario. I was like, "Yo," ironically, my homegirl's flying up to the coast. She's doing this Valentine's Day boyfriend trip. He's from Jersey, so he's like, "Yeah." And then I was like, I keep making the joke. I'm like, "Yeah, he's taking you to Jersey for Valentine's Day." And he's from Brooklyn, born and bred. He's cracking up because we know the understanding of Jersey. But when he sat there and I got the text from that, I'm laughing in a fucking Uber sitting next to him, and he was like, "What's going on?" And I told him, and he goes, and I told him what happened, and he goes, "That's fucking Jersey, bro." It's like it's no rhyme or reason. It's like.
It's great. I'm probably never going back.
The Garden State. Yeah. No. That's what I said. I was like, she's never going back to Jersey. Like,
I literally was like, when we were sitting down, and I was like, can we go? Like, but then we went to it.
That's what I love. That's what I love about Jersey,
fire,
though.
What did I put in the chat? Right there.
She'll never go to Jersey again. Yeah. At least not that part. And then he took me to.
Jada, though, with the respect for the right quick.
Then he drove to another part where we had to go pick up Bud, and I locked the doors when he got out.
Was the word orange in any of the cities?
I need to find out exactly where he took me, because he even told me, he's like, because after that happened, he was like, nah, you'd be all right in these certain parts in Newark, but like I think he said south and
west. I think it's west. Yeah.
Well, that's where we had to go get the weed.
That's where my bus got stole. Was West Newark.
Still light out?
Yes, it was light out. But it didn't really matter. Like I said, I'm sitting, he's parked on the side. He gets out to go meet whatever and grab wraps.
You know what
and
I mean
I'm in front of an apartment complex. And like this little kid comes walking out, and he's got like, he's like dripped out and shit. This little like 10-year-old comes walking out, and then this crackhead lady comes running out right behind him. She goes and hugs another crackhead dude behind here, and I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like,
crackheads to congregate. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Those roaches was out.
They were all out. Everybody was out. Everybody was enjoying the weather, I guess. I don't know.
So we got to be. This whole story is making me homesick. I was
she
like,
wasn't.
So I'm looking at
like, so shit was hot.
It sounds like I'm missing out.
When we walked,
so you telling me they was outside?
Yeah, they was outside.
Everybody was outside. And I will say though, when we did walk back after we ate, it was a really good burger, by the way. I'll have to get the name so you guys know if you ever go to Philly. But she was not there, luckily. I was a little worried about that, if she was still going to be sitting there when we walked back. But because that was the only way to get to the car.
Happy we passed the razor blade era, but let's just keep moving forward.
Yeah. So
I'm looking at your trip, and I'm just like, you had a blast.
Yeah,
I did. I had a really
you had a blast.
I had a great fucking time.
That's a great time.
Yeah, I went and met his mom for the first time. After that, she cooked curry chicken for me, which was phenomenal.
You got that home cooked.
I got home cooking twice. His dad cooked for us when we landed, and then his mom cooked before I took off.
Real quick,
cheesesteaks.
You ate good.
Yeah, ate good.
You got very entertained.
You got clapped.
You got their cheeks clapped.
High as fuck.
All right, got high as fuck.
Yeah. Got to see snow.
See some shit.
Got to see snow.
Yeah, she hit him with a straight snowball. I was like, just
I did.
Yeah, like.
So what's
Yeah. There's no complaint. Yeah, there's no complaint.
That's why I was like so like, yo, I literally made it this whole trip.
It was just that whole, the right quick situation. She's not used to that vernacular because they don't talk like that down south.
That's fine.
They don't talk like that down south.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, I feel like it's a different environment though, because if somebody here says that shit to me, I'm gonna react a little bit different. I'm not getting arrested in another state. Like I'm not doing that.
The right quick makes you go.
Go ahead, just real quick
with this person.
Go ahead, just real quick. Honestly, all you had to do.
Oh, yeah, fuzzy.
That's all it was like.
Oh, it's right there.
That it wasn't Drogo for once. That's all I was like. But no, a quick. Like no, and that would have been like,
nah.
She would have come on, girl.
You can even laugh that off. Hell
no. That's no. But
even he fine.
So because you were just like ew, and you just
I was like ew, no, thank you, and I just like kept. It was so fucking awkward.
In Jersey, and the girl just been like,
and even when she kept yelling, I was just kind of like what, and I just like kept walking, whatever. Like
she would have fucked him, but she meant no harm.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Yeah,
he said that's just what it would have been.
The
thing is, the dude. There was this dude, the guy that was sitting like right next to her, and I was like,
yeah.
And Ben's like, yeah, that was probably her man.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Like,
yeah, let's like you can see.
Nothing. What I'm saying is nothing about that experience
is out of place.
No,
that's what he said. That's what I was informed of after the situation happened.
To me, it's something you had a great fucking weekend.
Yeah,
from top to bottom. Even with that,
I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's the one incident. But otherwise,
and you flew with no kids.
I flew with no kids. I did have to fly Spirit. These motherfuckers raped me on this bag though.
You did have
God.
to fly Spirit?
Yes, I had to fly Spirit. I had already paid $90 for the fucking bag to get there and back. I get to the airport because I have 2 pair of Timbs in my
How heavy
bag.
was your bag?
48 pounds. And they changed it from being
40 and under.
40 and
40
under,
and under, you
and
good.
instead of 50 and under.
Hey, this is how wild they with it now. They got the. In
I
Vegas, they
even
got
wore
this-
one of my Timbs back, and my bag was still
crazy
44
how
pounds.
much that 10-pound difference.
Oh,
It's
fam,
insane.
This is how real it is. Specifically,
And it's like I couldn't take anything out.
The Spirit, they got
I had to
the self-
take
when you
heavier
check your bag
clothes.
yourself.
Real quick.
And they got the credit card machines at the Spirit.
Yeah.
Like, handle it right
So-
here. Like,
So, little background on me. My secondary MOS was like transportation and like learning how to load and building and like learning to how to send as much stuff as possible and like almost playing Tetris.
Right.
yeah.
So when they started talking to us about math and everything and about the poundage and all that stuff, that's where they talked about the little technical things about the because it used to be I think 70 or 72 pounds.
It was
or
like
something.
50. I remember it was like
it was
50.
something crazy.
It was a high number,
And
not even
it was
like
like
10
80.
years ago.
It was like 80 pounds.
And because like you said, went to 50, and now Spirit jumped it down to 40.
Spirit and Frontier now
Right.
are
Ever
anything
since that
41 and
combination.
over. And the thing is, you've already paid for the bag. So the bag itself is anywhere from 35 to 45, depending on when you book it.
But-
and then I had to pay another $50 on top of it. So I paid $200 just for my fucking Timbs to get back and forth to New York.
So the thing about that is that's why I say I never fly airlines like that. If I'm going to do something like that, I might as well pay for it differently.
Well, we know that now.
And that's why I always fly like American, whatever.
I mean,
United,
technically it would have been about the same price
Yeah.
if I would have gotten on Southwest or Delta or any. It would have been
Right.
about the same price, and I wouldn't have had to go through whatever I went through with TSA. So
they use science on that, honestly, because they taught us this years ago. Based on your body weight and what you think you're picking up, it becomes so normal to you. You don't know 40, 50, 60, 70 pounds.
I knew that when
I was guessing my bag. And I'm like, no more than 30.
Unless you have a scale,
yeah.
unless you have a scale right there.
I know, but I
you
already
don't
knew it
know.
though. I already knew it when I was taking that bag down the damn stairs by myself at 4:00 in the morning, trying to get to the airport. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, unless you're doing the dragging the bag.
This shit was. It was almost.
Yeah.
It was 48. It was 48 pounds. It was almost 50 pounds.
Me,
It's heavy.
40, 50, 70, even 60 pounds.
I'm
It's not
130.
crazy, but it's just like
That's half. Was almost half of my body
Yeah.
weight. This shit was heavy as fuck. I knew it was going to be overweight. But I couldn't take anything out though.
On my flight to New Orleans, this lady had a bag, it was a carry-on, and she was like struggling getting up. And I was like, I got it. And just did it so fast. And she's looking at me. She's just... And I was like, I got you on your way out too. And she's just like, the look she gave me was like,
it's not a big man thing. It's not a show of strength. It's just like we don't know.
I'm used to carrying a different rate because like my bag, I was like, when I saw that 40 bag for the Spirit, because like I said, I flew Spirit to New York and I flew Spirit from New Orleans back to Vegas. But I'm watching, the self check bags and like literally, I watched it. She goes, hey, it's gonna be $75, and she goes, no, credit card is right here, and I was just like,
yeah.
You got a whole generation of men that have been unloading the car in one trip their entire lives, and all of a sudden,
it's one trip or die.
You want us to be like, I think your bag is 10 pounds over. What? It's the same bag.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was like, I don't travel that like.
Yeah, like that's 40 pounds. It's like, and I'm flying to somewhere that's, if it would have been Florida, like I've flown to Florida, no problem, under 40 pounds in just a bag that's that big, because my clothes are a lot fucking smaller in Florida than they are in New York and shit like that. Like,
anymore.
You wear?
I wore one pair back. I obviously didn't think it was going to be
summertime still.
I'll have my slides in the backpack and then throw the Timbs in there, and I'd rather.
You know how sometimes if you go back, let's say, August night somewhere back east, a little bit cold at night, so you might wear your Timbs. I'll wear them leaving here in August.
And wear them on.
105, 106 degrees in August here.
I wore one back.
In Timbs to go back east.
I wore one back, but that's not 8 pounds extra. One pair of Timbs. I had 2 pairs of Timbs in there. I had a pair of boots, a pair of Uggs in there. All of my personal, hair stuff, makeup stuff, and then the clothes, like a big coat.
I
Like,
didn't have Tim's. I bought these.
Yeah.
It was $30 at Burlington. I was just like, I needed some kind of winter shoe.
What they say, pain is beauty.
well, I don't have anything other than those as far as
yeah.
winter stuff is concerned. So like, I don't have a lot of winter stuff to begin with. So like,
speaking of
I
winter stuff.
brought,
Me and you was laughing because we were both going
and
out.
I needed all of that shit. It was cold as
No,
fuck.
I copped the coat like the day before I left, and like literally I went to 2 Burlingtons, and the last Burlington, apparently I copped the last coat they had in the store altogether, so it happened to be in my size. And she was like, how much was it? And I was like, $18. She was
Yeah.
like, motherfucker. And I was like,
Real quick, shout out to the women that learned a lesson about winter coats this past weekend out there in Cleveland. Then the All-Star break.
Coming back with sniffles.
They didn't have no coats on?
They ain't know.
You in the Midwest. Midwest is weak. We're talking about New York cold and
They went
Philly
from-
cold. Midwest is worse.
They went from LA Super Bowl to Cleveland in All-Star break. You know the women I'm talking about. I keep an eye on them.
Yeah, you can't help but know, and
Just to
you just know where they at.
to know
you
the
what's going on.
temperature.
Yeah.
We know a few of them here in our city. They get around.
More power to you.
No, it's not.
Do you, baby boo?
They let me know.
Get you an athlete.
No, they let me know what the temperature is.
Why'd you say it like Barkley?
Get you an athlete. Get you an athlete.
Nah, it's good to,
Get your athlete.
that way. That's keeps me up to date with whatever, so on and so on. And this was the year I noticed a lot of them were like, I don't have a coat, so I'm not going to Cleveland.
I actually respect that logic.
Or it was like,
You can just get one.
my girl went to
Or not go.
My girl went from LA straight to Cleveland. She didn't go back to the home spot, and
Oh,
then
she
she
cold.
realized she ain't had no coat. And I was just like, those are the stories I'm hearing in Vegas.
Why wouldn't you check the weather?
Oh, now you thinking with a man's brain?
I was checking the weather several times before
All I'm
I make
saying
any
is-
trips. What you mean? I'm a grown up though.
Yeah. And she's in an actual relationship, so.
Well, even when I'm not,
Her logic-
You're in a
even when I was,
relationship, yeah.
listen, I wasn't
Yeah,
in a
your
relationship
thought
when I
process
went to
different.
Miami. Like I can still check the weather.
You had kids then.
Yeah, you know how to prepare.
So?
No, it means you're better prepared for
You had a
everything.
brain.
Because it's like if
I
you
feel
were
like I've always been that way. Like
but-
that's one thing you.
All right.
I grew up in Florida, in Georgia,
Yeah, so
so
you kinda
you
know
got to
the
know
climate.
when it's raining, when like what the time. Like I just kind of grew up looking at the weather because there's a lot of weather down there.
All I'm saying,
So I'm glad
They're idiots.
I'm glad you had a good trip.
there's certain women
Yeah.
I did.
that when that time frame comes, well, not time frame, excuse me, but when it's like they're operating, moving around from different
Venue, event to event.
event to event. You gotta think ahead, ladies.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And it's
Like the smart ones go home and take a couple of days off, and
between
then,
the Pro Bowl, you had the Pro Bowl out here in Vegas,
or LA. Oh, yeah, Pro Bowl in Vegas, Super
Pro Bowl
in LA.
right? Super Bowl in LA, and then Cleveland for the All-Star break. That's a lot in 3 weeks, and I get it. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. So
If I was invited, I'd go too.
no,
Like, can I keep it a buck? Like, yeah, I mean, okay, not Cleveland.
as
but like-
a single male at this point, I've learned, like, especially in this time of year,
Yeah.
this is where you just sit back and watch.
Oh no, but I'm saying like let's say you or I had a homie that was like, yo, come out, hang out and shit like that, and we end up popping out. And even if it's like, yo, we got a room, we got our own rooms and shit, but we know we can get access to these events and go. We'd probably go because
No,
Why not?
I think it depends on who the person is, and if it's like
for what?
To go.
To go have fun, have an experience.
It would be
Fucking
like if I had a
do
homie
something.
if I had a homie on the Rams and he was like, yo, and like say I wasn't in New York when the Super Bowl was going on, but
If
like
I have a legitimate connection,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
If
what
you had,
he's
that's what I'm
saying.
saying, a legitimate
to
connection.
go to go to the Super Bowl. Do I have a reason to go? Am I a Rams fan? Am I a Bengals fan? No and no.
No, it's the Super
Okay, but
Bowl.
let's
Do
say
I know
you got a
somebody?
home-
That's what I'm saying. Do I know somebody is playing? Yes, then I'm going.
Yeah.
That's it. But for me,
You're
even
good.
if I had an invite, I wouldn't go.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying there are justifications of going.
I just wouldn't go.
I think there's different levels of going. You're
I've
not,
been a part of that that clusterfuck.
I think
and I don't like it.
You'd much rather come to this game during the season than come to the big event where everybody's going to be at.
I don't like anything about that.
Yeah, I understand that, and I get what you're saying.
I don't like that headache. I don't like the movement around of it. I don't like how the city changes. Any city changes.
Yeah.
When a big events like that go down, I don't care where I'm at. I just don't like it because it's not that it's uncomfortable. It's just now I have to be something else.
I get that.
And then it's just like now I'm on edge, and then it's just I'm moving differently.
It's a bigger event. It's a bigger thing.
So no, I'm just like, why would I invite myself to that if I had the option to opt out of it?
You rather go to, like you said, a regular season game and do some chill shit like that and it's like, nah, it's just Monday after. It's not, everybody and their mama not going.
I wouldn't go to a regular season game here unless I was almost catered. Yeah. Like, let's say I was able to go to like a Raiders Eagles game.
Go to like the Winfield Club and everything. Compton. I get that. I kind of feel the same way.
I wouldn't go if it were just like, here's some tickets for you somewhere in the stadium, so on and so on. No. I'd watch it at home.
Yeah, I get that.
Because it's just I've been through that headache before, and I've seen how this stadium is built and what they have to go through leaving and coming from and all this and that.
See, I've never been to an NFL game.
It's not worth it.
Why
then.
I'm like, I gotta kind of check that.
I've only been to.
She's getting comfortable now. I'm like,
sorry, I've only been to. I've been to
the Golden Knights games.
Golden Knights games, but like as far as NFL, I've been to Falcons games and I've been to Bucks games. That's the only ones I've ever been to. And I've only been to literally, it's what is it, Mercedes-Benz Stadium now in Atlanta? Whatever, obviously it was way before that. When I was a kid when I went to, literally like Deion Sanders was playing for Atlanta when I went. You know what I mean? So like
when the flag was still flying.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, we back, baby. We back.
Oh, shit. That was great.
Oh, man. That was great.
So like I said, I've been to Falcons games, and then obviously living in Tampa for as long as I did, I went to several Bucks games. I feel like even though I'm older than I was going to the Bucks games, I feel like that's still going to be a better experience if I go to a game here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
A game back there would be a better game
than here. I feel like this here is.
It's still new.
If I went to a game back in Philly,
it would still be different than going to a game. Obviously, like I feel like here is. I want to go to a game there to say that I've gone.
I don't like the headache
to a game, but that's kind of what I was going to bring. It's like I'm on the kind of the same link.
It's way more complicated here than it needs to be.
Anything that pops
and I feel like it's not supposed to be.
T-Mobile, I will go to.
Yeah.
Compared to Allegiant.
Yeah.
Because of the headache getting in and out of the two places.
The only thing
that makes sense.
Yeah, the only thing I would have considered.
I can get out of T-Mobile way easier, way faster, way quicker, than I can getting out of Allegiant.
And I don't even know if it's so far as the getting in and out.
Spot that I will not
divulge.
And in order to just enjoy something at that, I will never ever.
I mean, I've had to. I don't know if it's necessarily the getting in and out for me because I went to.
I'm all about convenience.
I went to Daytona.
I gotta be able to move.
I went to Daytona every single year when I was growing up.
So you're more familiar with that environment. You know
where you got to get out and move. Going to the Georgia games we went to. I went to a lot of Braves games.
You mentioned when the Knicks.
A lot of USF games.
When you drove, when we went to the race out here.
Yeah.
And I was just like, nope, I'm shutting down.
No, you both did.
Both
you
down.
and my ex-husband were out cold. And I finagled my way around the city to get us out of there.
How you said when you were in New York in Madison Square Garden, let out. I know that let out.
Yeah.
I know how that goes. It turns into a big ass crowd, but there's a way that you move.
So the let out is more for me. I think the going in with everyone going in and then the let out is more for me than trying to get out of like the parking lot or get out of something like that. Because like I said, I've been to a lot of concerts, especially like going to the ones around here. You're stuck in these parking garages. I grew up going to as many sporting events as my parents could take me to. So and like I said, a ton of concerts. So it's not so much that part as it is the in and out. And I've seen the in and out that happens at Allegiant,
and you want no parts of it.
And that's I want to go to enjoy sports
But I don't wanna
and
leave
games
the
and
third quarter,
concerts
so I
and
don't
things that are
wanna
going on
leave
there. But I don't know if it's worth it for the in and out. That's
I will honestly leave, like, if I ever went to anything over there, it was like
like you
middle
leave
of the
during the
third.
middle. Yeah.
The only thing I was
Middle of
interested,
the
the only
third,
thing I was super
like-
interested in
And then,
going
like,
was
what's
SummerSlam.
the point of going at that when you don't even stay for the whole event or the whole
I would
game?
have gone to the wrestling one because I knew how that would have went down for me. Because
Twitter would have spoiled it and things like that. So.
no, it's not that. It's that would have been different because of the walking thing, and
Yeah.
it's different when it's football.
And it's
games.
also people aren't getting blasted and drunk like they are at wrestling events. Like there's some and there's a like here and there.
Yo, they
but
are
like
getting
football they stop
fucked
serving
up
the game.
here.
Yeah, I've seen the walk. I've seen
They've done it. They
Instagram
do it in
videos.
Tampa too, where they stop serving. It's
Yeah,
like the
it's-
halfway through third quarter.
Oh yeah, you
No
don't
more
want
alcohol.
like the Sons of Four dude getting your ass whooped on.
I look at that. I'm just like the things I used to do over there. Well, to do on that thing,
Jesus.
and I'm just like now it's just like
Scratch pad.
yeah.
That's what happens when you have kids, bro.
Some of y'all
That's what I
friends.
told you.
I'm just gonna transition
Yeah,
to talk about New
nasties.
Orleans because that was my part of it. I'm not. Yeah, it's the reason I don't sit on that thing. It's like I've never have. Never
I did
will.
one time until he told me,
Yeah, you got up so quick.
and I got up.
Yeah. So
Now it's just
after a no clapping Valentine's Day for me, there's no.
And I clapped enough for all of us.
hey, like Future said. Valentine's the worst day.
No, I actually had a chance to link up with a shorty that I was linking up with last time I was out there, but I was at a whiskey festival. That shit was slamming. I had a great time.
This was in
Brooklyn.
He was sending me all the pictures of the food and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah,
order
like-
this.
Damn, I'm sitting there and I'm just like the ticket was like $56 after fees and everything. I probably spent about 40 plus on food. Cause there was a dude making taco trucks. Like my man had the pineapple, the El Pastor with like the grilled pineapple, and I was like, all right. And then had this short rib taco that I was like, this is gonna help me through the first 4 or 5 go arounds in this shit. And then like one spot had wontons and they just had like different flavors, and I was like, hell yeah. And then I had an arepa. Like somebody else was saying that. I was like, give me one of them too. It's basically cornbread and cheese. It's Colombian dish.
Yeah.
It's like, give me one of them too. And then we end up at another bar, and I end up, so I laugh because I put this on a tweet, but I'm chilling by the front door of the bar.
Can you grab that bottle of Jack, if you don't mind?
So I'm chilling by the front of the bar,
sorry.
and there's a lady who checks, they was checking her, she was checking IDs and vaccination cards and shit. And I'm trying to power through. And I ended up getting a couple of free drinks because I'm standing by the front door, and I was wearing I had worn like a dress shirt, like a sweater over it because it was cold as fuck, so I wanted to layer. And this dude stops like I'm the fucking security, and so they started giving me drinks because they thought I was just like, how much often does this happen to you? And I'm like, all the fucking time.
Did you think of your security like that?
I was standing by the front door, and I know what I look like, so I was kind of like,
You okay?
Yeah. Sorry.
You alright? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know she was gonna pull a handy folks.
I just saw the leg fly. I was like, oh.
I felt my knee buckle. I
She
was like,
pulled
oh,
up.
shit.
She
Woo! We almost went
she
down.
pulled up like.
Hi, bud.
I thought she was on the track team.
Yeah, but then on
went down.
Tuesday, day after Valentine's, I ended up sliding down to New Orleans. Was doing some work. Like I mentioned, I'm working for a production company, and we were scouting for locations for a project. Yo, good ass food. I love the city. Damn near stayed because of this girl I saw. It's like,
I can't wait to go.
yeah, and like I said, it looks like I'm going to be out there potentially for the summer. Which, hey, if I'm going, I'm bringing Miku, but also. It's gonna be a fun ass summer. Get down.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
He said they're all bringing their puppies.
Yeah, listen. I'm gonna tell you like this. You come out, bro. I'm gonna be like, yo, let's go eat. And that's the social extent of what I would ask as a friend. Hey, yo, we went and ate somewhere. We're good. You ain't gotta wake up early for me because I'm on an early set.
I'm trying to figure out what I would do with him. Would I bring him with me to New Orleans, or would I like?
You'd leave it with her.
I think I would leave. I leave. Yeah.
Like she has in-house people that can watch her dog.
Yeah.
You would drop this off because even when, in May I'm going to Cannes Film Festival. I'm leaving Miku with her because I'm gonna be gone for a week, and like that's the thing. Like going in April, we're going to Brooklyn again because we're filming again.
This is how I fell asleep earlier.
Yeah, May.
Damn.
May going to cons, and then the summer like
Hey, Jogo, stop. I need you to
And- had a good ass trip, and apparently, like Andy, on my last day, I had the moment where I almost went to fucking jail because I had a Vegas experience, and it's the Vegas experience I hate. It's like the girls who either hang around dudes who hustle or pimp or whatever, and you kick that game shit. I'm not here for none of that. Like
The girls kicking it?
yeah, it's like, listen, like I say it like this. There's certain girls that either have stripped or they know the stripper mentality of how to play the game and how they fuck around with dudes, whether they get free drinks out of it, money out of them, whatever. I'm not knocking it.
This was going down in New Orleans? Mm-hmm. Okay.
With someone I knew that was out there, and I'm just kind of like, I'm one of those people, I'll say the same thing a couple of times.
You know we're out here?
I know her from out there. She's from out there. We worked with her in the past.
We've worked with her?
No. We, for the filming stuff.
Okay.
Like, I remember I told you I had a little mishap with an actress.
Yes.
Same girl.
Okay.
In which also there was a moment she was like, I feel like we need to talk about that. And I was like, do we? She's like, yes. And I was like, okay. So then we talked about it. It's just like, I'm good either way.
I'm playing that in my head. Should we talk about this?
We need to talk about this. Do we? Yes. All right.
Do we?
Like, yeah, like.
Do we really?
And then, no, but like.
Why don't y'all respect the Dewey?
It's like.
Well, I'm the one saying do we, so I don't
You talking
know.
about, don't talk to me about something that happened 10 months ago.
Don't put me in that category because
I ain't talked to you since. So it's kind of like.
Real quick, I ask you that because you're the female representative here.
It's
I know.
not you specifically.
yes. Oh no, I know. I'm more on the do we side rather than the we need to talk about it side.
And like it
I don't
was.
think you are, based on the conversation
I feel like
earlier.
I feel like it's a good balance though
I think it depends on where
because
she's at.
yeah.
Like,
Honestly, because like I've had the
she
past
feels
couple of weeks,
comfortable.
like I said, coming out of that Mercury retrograde and coming into
Mercutio lemonade.
coming into the rest of my life,
Gatorade,
my
yeah.
conversations have been more of a
in
do we?
$20 weed
You got
lotion.
straightened out.
Yeah, like
In $20 weed lotion.
She got straightened out like you said.
yo, why are you upset about this right now?
Upset. Just
Are you sure? Because you brought it up. We weren't even doing that on the show. We brought it. Okay. You know you're gonna have to say it now because you can't do that. And not
So New Orleans.
What's going on?
New Orleans.
That's
So
what I'm
I
saying.
ended up I'm just gonna power
Christ.
through because
Please.
So ended up in New Orleans, did some location scouting, and aside with, like I said, I had a great trip. Did a lot of we set up a lot of things for the future, and even funny enough, we checked out this. We went to go check out one place, and one of the people that we were with, that she's the director that we filmed with, she points out a building and says, "Oh shit, look at that! That looks cool." End up stumbling over there, check it out, talking to somebody, and these two dudes are walking around and they got my fraternity letter shirts on. So I'm like, hey, any connection is a good connection. And it turns into, y'all want to see a tour? Yes. And it just turned into, okay, cool, I'm gonna have you meet with the owner. So it was just kind of like networking in a sense of, actually networking and talking with people and setting up everything. So summer looks dope. But going back to the whole bar thing, I found myself saying something that got way more attention than I expected it to get. Because
said or saw.
I said, because same old girl that we had to have the talk while we're sitting there in this, and she starts kind of like, kind of being like, I always laugh because the true way to know if a girl's interested is like the unnecessary contact. Like, I'm going to bump into you on purpose. Like, we're standing next to each other. You're standing upright. I know you're not drunk, but you're basically reaching out to bump into me or whatever. But then when I said it turned into a Vegas shit, it was a chick doing the, treating me like I'm a customer, which like a stripper can do to you. Like, yo, if you do that, that's cool. Don't treat me like a customer.
What?
How did she treat you like a customer?
The way that you talk and the way that you try to kind of flirt and play, and I'm like, listen, like, I'm with all that because it's kind of like
are you saying like it wasn't like a natural flirt?
It's in like a semi-flirtatious way. Like the way you're trying to flirt with me, I'm like, this shit feels like a strip club.
Right,
And
so it's not a natural
yeah, like this is you.
flirt
I know
where you meet
I know when
somebody
somebody's
and-
trying to run game on me.
Okay, so that's
And whether it's like you're trying to get something
She was looking
or
for a deposit. Oh shit! That's
not so
scary.
much. It was more so like, I guess certain chicks try to use that to like get
Jack
control.
Jack bottles do not break.
Yeah, Crown too.
Yeah, those two.
Yeah.
So shout out to them.
But, yeah.
Continue,
But
please.
it's kind of like when a chick kind of does it, and it's like, okay, like I can tell, like because the thing that it wasn't even annoying me, like not this dude talking to her, but it was just this dude's presence overall. Like this nigga was straight simping, and like I'm like, you ever seen a nigga just shoot and miss repeatedly? Mm-hmm. On top of that, this motherfucker couldn't get his story straight, and I'm one of those people like I listen to what you say.
Right.
So meet the cat, cool cat, tells me, I grew up in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Yeah, I know where that's at. I'm like, you over right here by this mall. I actually went to school in 4th grade over there. Cool. You from Bridgeport. Be from Bridgeport. Then we're sitting there chilling and, grabbing a drink. And all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I'm on some, I grew up in Brooklyn on that real shit, 142nd and Jerome. Mind you, the person I'm with is born and bred in Brooklyn. But also as soon as I hear Jerome Avenue, I'm like, nigga, that's the Bronx. And even Shorty called it out. She was like, yo, that's the Bronx. And it was like, she was basically, the shit she was trying to do with me that didn't work, she did to him. And this motherfucker ended hanging around for like an hour and a half because he kept buying her drinks. Cool. Do your thing. I don't care. But when I tell you multiple times in the night, yo, this is our last night in town, we leave tomorrow. I don't got to entertain you at all because you live here. It's just like, I will break off and leave your ass here because you live here. After her? Yeah, he was after her, which I don't care. Because like, I'm going to be honest.
She was just feeding him?
She was just like stringing him along. And I'm just kind of like, yo, do that shit in your own time. Yo, bet it. Because it was like Mardi Gras floats were starting to go around too. And I'm like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here. Why?
Does she live out there?
Yeah. Do your thing. Whatever. Like, I don't care. But like, we were supposed to meet up with the homie DJ. And the only reason that this shit lingered around because he was like, yo, I got my car. I'll drive you guys. Cheaper than an Uber. Can't be mad. But then
so y'all were waiting on him.
Yeah, we're waiting on him. Hour into it,
well,
he goes,
you were waiting on him.
I was waiting on him to see if we really gonna roll or not. If not, I'm gonna go walk up the street because we're on St. Charles and I'm gonna see these floats. And I'm actually on a street that I know. So I'm like, nope, I know how to get back to my hotel. I'll walk straight this way. I'm at Lee Circle. That's where I stayed last time. I'm gonna see some shit at the very least. Cause I've never been to Mardi Gras. Like this is the second time I've been to New Orleans.
Right.
And the only reason that like we started walking, he starts walking with us, and I'm texting her like, yo, ditch this nigga. Or we're ditching you. Like that's like
so you're with a group? Or
it's 4 people with the with the I called him the leech the whole time. Yeah, it's 4 of us.
I'm trying to get the picture.
It's me, another dude who I came down with who we were working, her, and then this other Puerto Rican or whatever dude he was. I don't fucking know. He said a bunch of shit.
It's you and 3 other dudes and her.
Me, 2 other dudes and her.
2 other dudes. Okay.
And finally, this motherfucker goes, "Hey, I actually got some weed, but I don't know how to roll." And I'm only upset because I text her and I was like, "Yeah, I almost ended up in jail because like I could have just robbed this nigga, and I didn't want to be that person, but like he was annoying me, and that's what energy came out of me."
No, I get it.
He annoyed you so bad you wanted to rob him? He annoyed you so bad you wanted to rob him.
Like, okay, there's nothing
like
wrong.
When I say I felt bad because I'm like, he was like 5'8", like he's not a big dude, so I'm like, I'm not trying to be this person, but at the same time, fuck you. Like,
there's nothing wrong with not being able to roll. I get it.
Absolutely, but you'd annoyed me for the last hour and change.
I don't roll.
I can't roll.
I just don't roll.
I can.
I'm just done. I prefer combs.
I can, will, and do. Yeah,
I've got my scoop. Yeah. And I'm just like, you know what?
I wish I could.
I'm beyond that. I'm beyond the blunts.
I just really can't do it.
So we work.
It's all right.
But to say it like that and just to be like,
yeah,
confident behind it saying it. I don't know how to roll.
And I just turned and looked, and he had the shit in his hand, and I was like, yo, and I just took it out of his hand. And literally, like,
or am I wrong for thinking that?
No, you're not. Because that's what I was thinking. No, you're not. That's literally what I was thinking. And
I mean, I don't really say it out loud,
like,
so
I'm like,
unless it's still like you guys,
but you don't promote it.
And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna walk in and be like, "Yo, I can't roll."
So, and also the nigga annoyed the shit out of me because he was like, he did
you got any papers? You mind rolling this?
Right? Like,
hey man,
I'm not. Yeah, like I'm not. I know how to do this.
Sure.
Like, or I'll bring something.
The nigga did some Vegas shit that annoyed the fuck
Or
out
I'll bring something that I can roll, like a cone or something. Like, I'm not gonna just bring something I don't know how to do.
Dude called me his security, and I was like, ugh. He goes, "Yeah, I got you at the end of the night." And that's the way I was like, as soon as he did that, I look up and there's 2 cops that are in the street. And they're like directing traffic. And I was like, yeah, I'll be right back. And I walk up to the cops and I'm like, hey, if I fuck this nigga up, am I going to jail? Because he's getting on my fucking nerves. And it was like, you better off just walking away from him. I appreciate that. I was like, y'all had more things to worry about, but I just needed to hear it because That shit was the I'll take care of you at the end of the night. Like, like, get the fuck away from me. But like, I'm literally grabbing his weed. I'm pinching the shit and putting nugs in my pocket. And then I was like, fuck this nigga. And then like, I rolled a blunt and like, I smoked 75% of it. Like to the point where he's talking, I was like, yo, give me that. I was just bullying this dude. And I'm like, I don't like being this person. It's like, yo, like, fuck. Like, and that's what really annoyed me. And I was just like, I'm getting, and then this nigga finally caught the hint and left.
Oh my God, this baby.
And I'm just like, thank God. But I will say this, I fucking had a great time. I fucking walked.
That's why you ate good, you drank good.
Between Brooklyn and New Orleans for like the 8-day stretch, I walked 48.7 miles. Just going back and forth and shit like that. And Brooklyn also, being in Brooklyn, the spot I was staying at was on the 4th floor of a 4-story building. So
you mind not doing that?
Doing what?
Because I don't want to make it seem like my dog is homeless or some shit. Like, I'm not taking care of him.
She's not gonna post it. She's gonna keep it. It's just like,
oh, I have like this whole thing that I'm doing for him right now, actually. Do you notice every week that I record him when he either sits next to me or...
What you do exactly.
Yeah. So he'll either like sit next to me or at my feet, or he'll sit here and put a paw on me or whatever. And I've been taking little snaps of it so I can make like this collage video of him.
He loves me.
Loving his Nene.
Yeah. And
leave me alone.
Ate good, drank a lot. Yeah, I'm just keep moving. I'm just, I knew the leave me alone.
A white woman and her husky. Leave me alone. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm trying to move forward, fam. Like I really am.
New Orleans. I'm happy for you.
You said her husky, right?
Yeah. No, she said a white woman and a husky.
Oh,
yeah. It was and not her.
And a husky.
Yeah, not her. It sounded like her. Like,
I wasn't trying to say the. And
I heard her.
White woman.
Now let me go ahead and say this.
White woman and a husky.
This is not a disrespect to Philly at all, but I think I had the greatest cheesesteak I've ever fucking had out there.
Well, at least one person agrees.
It was no, I didn't. Don't do that. You leave me out of your Ishkabibble slander.
To be honest,
almost sounds like you're cussing at me.
What you're saying? If anyone wants to do it, I wouldn't be surprised if it was New Orleans.
Bruh.
No, I don't.
No. There was a porchetta cheesesteak in like the focaccia bread or whatever. The motherfucking pickles. That was the shit.
Once you take the Emerald bread out of it, no.
I'm just saying. As far as, and not saying it's better than any cheese. I'm saying as far as like variations or somebody's twist on it, by far better than none. Like, and I wasn't the only one that said it. Like other people around me got it.
I would try it, but
you would be like, it was kind of like, you remember how you reacted to Missy's the cake
it's not cheesesteak,
or the pie? Yeah, the cheesecake. It is, but it isn't. It was just
once you take the Omarosa bread out of it like that, and
it's not a traditional Philly by all means. Then, it was like a play. It was like a play on it, and then
that's a pita.
Yeah, it was still fucking great.
No, I'm sure it would be.
It was like $13. Yeah. It was fucking great.
Fucking better be $13
with pickles.
No, like there was. I'm sure. I was actually enjoying it because like there was different spots. Also, if you ever go to New Orleans, you gotta fucking watch these bartenders. Because if I would have seen this nigga, I'd have had a talk with him at the very least. But I kind of would have fucked him up. This motherfucker, like, I ordered 2 Jack and Cokes. This motherfucker charged me for 4, and he was like, "Oh yeah, he wanted doubles." I'm like, "Listen here, nigga." It's like, because like, I had to talk to the other bartenders. I was like, "Yo, hear me out. I know when I order a double. I ordered a double on my way to the airport. When I was in the airport on the way here. Doubles aren't normally the same price as the drink." And they were like, and one of the girls behind the bar was like, "I fucking told you about that dude." But like, yo, he was really trying to finesse us.
You mean like a double, like it's, say the shot is 11 and then you get charged 22? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
That happens a lot here.
Yeah. Oh no, he was doing that shit.
Specifically, I've worked in several places that are like that.
We were at this spot called Cajun Mike's.
Normally, but I don't mean to interrupt you, but can you agree, if you've experienced this though?
Oh yeah.
In other places, a double is like a $3 upcharge or a $4 upcharge.
Sometimes it's half the price of the drink.
Right. So okay.
I get that. If I'm paying 12 and then the double costs an extra 6.
I mean, I've just seen both, but I haven't really seen the double anywhere other than here.
Yeah, but not getting a double, having 2 drinks and seeing 4, and then seeing the same thing with, I'm like, you know what, this ain't cool. And then like,
this is what I hate with this. Look, I was born in Philly. I live in Las Vegas. Stop it.
Oh,
how much is this going to cost?
He dipped out before our bill came. He was like, "Yeah, this is the end of my shift," and he left out. And the bill came, and we looked at it, and I was like, "Listen, this ain't gonna affect the tip, but like we need to straighten this out because he got us at another spot. Like that was the funny. He was like, oh, I remember you guys, and we were kind of like, how did 4 drinks between the two of us and 2 sandwiches that came out to no less than $9 come to an $80 bill? And then we're like, you were fucking doubling up on us. You got us the first time. You tried to get us the second time. But when we brought it up, their staff was like, yo, it's not the first time he's done this. And then they took the shit off our bill. And then like we handed them the tip and all that. They're looking and they're like, yo, y'all didn't do the fuck up. Like he took our order. And to be honest, the food was fucking slamming. It's like, so I was like, all that is straight. But you know, you definitely got to be on your P's and Q's because you'll be out there drinking drunk. And then next thing you know, somebody's charging you a whole lot extra.
Man.
Hey, people try to get people, but
people are grimy.
It was, yeah, I definitely had a great trip. Definitely looking forward to going back. I already started working out. I'm on day 3 because I figure I'm gonna lose weight before I go out there and put it back on. It's like, yo, like it was a lot. And then I had my fucking super duper fly experience because I went to the Delta Lounge. Like the club lounge or whatever they had.
Yeah, you were sending me the pictures from that one.
Fam, they had like everything was free. Food, drinks, spots got, they got like big ass bathrooms.
Man,
they have showers.
Fuck you, Spirit.
Like they have showers. Well, they're not a real airline. Like, come on, this is Delta. Like I flew Delta from I flew United. You fly a real airline, you get a carry-on and a personal bag.
Yes, I know.
I don't know what she'd be talking about half the time. I'll be like, what is this?
No, even when I flew on Spirit, I had a check bag, so like they up your boarding zone.
Southwest.
I would rather take a shittier airline and enjoy a better dinner.
Fam, I'm gonna be honest.
Like that kind of thing.
They did something yesterday with flights for $22, and I'm like, San Diego. I'm looking at 1 hour flights. That makes the difference. But it is Spirit. You gotta pay that $75 for the bag or whatever the fuck.
Never. Just off of that, why?
Fam,
like I said, it all equals out. It's pretty much the same. You just get a better airline.
I'm with you on the price and everything like that. But after this Delta experience, I'm kind of with him is like, I looked up how much that shit costs and I can do it.
Listen, I was told that I don't have to fly Spirit anymore is what I was told.
I will pay extra.
Your girl is moving up.
I will pay extra to be treated like a human being. I don't mind.
Fam, they had like, first of all, I was putting away fucking Beam and Cokes like crazy. I mentioned that they had a fucking shower. I almost took a shower out of spite. It's like I had 2 hours to kill. I
would have.
Like, yes. I took one right before I checked out of my room.
Real fresh for that flight?
Yeah,
it was like, I got 2 hours to kill.
Nigga, the bread pudding. That bread pudding.
Eat, smoke, take a shower. Yeah. Shit.
Man, if I had a vape pen or edible. But like, I got loaded for free.
Hungry.
I got loaded for free. They loved me because I tipped them 20. I was like, yo, just here. And on my way out, I'm like, they have a Cafe Du Monde in the airport, which the Cafe Du Monde in New Orleans, like on the, in the city, that line is long as fuck. I'm like, not doing this. I went and got beignets from somewhere else. Same recipe, it's just not that. They have a Cafe Du Monde in the airport. There was no line. It's like, it's going to be 3 minutes, so they're fresh. Oh. And
3 minutes.
Jersey airport sucked.
Bruh, like I was spoiled by that flight home experience. Like, but then again, I got drunk and couldn't get on the plane and had a little verbal altercation with somebody on a Spirit flight on the way home, just because we landed and we were taxied and they make the announcement. Everyone, please stay seated. We're waiting for a plane to leave out.
To Vegas?
Yeah, we landed in Vegas, and they're just
no
like,
surprise there.
But they're like, yo, just give us a few minutes, and then we're waiting for this plane to go out. Some dumbass that I nicknamed Scuba Steve, because he had this bright ass yellow shirt on, jumps up and starts like getting his luggage, and the flight attendant is like, sir, you got to stay in your seats. We're about to taxi in. He goes, oh, I'm just grabbing my bag. And she goes, sir, you got to sit back down. No, I just need to grab my bag. Finally, we're still masked up on the plane, and I'm just like, hey, Scuba Steve, sit your dumb ass down. And he turns back and look, there's mad people. I just raise my hand. I'm talking to you. Sit your dumb ass down. Why? Because the plane can't move till you sit. So sit your dumb ass down. And then he was just kind of looking at me and he sat down. We taxi in. And when we're at luggage, he's sitting there looking at me and I'm like, I'm glad you sat your dumb ass down so we can get the fuck on. And just like, I was like, I gotta stop flying Spirit. It's like, because
once again,
it's the rush up people.
Know,
like they don't do that shit on United. They don't do that shit on like real airlines.
I was told I don't have to fly Spirit
I will pay
anymore.
to avoid a headache.
Look, my credit got better. They try to give me one of them AMXs. Mm-hmm. You know, that Sky Club shit, listen, I'm trying to get to the executive
You know you
level
can write
'cause-
this off, right?
Oh, the executive level. No.
You know
When
you
get
can share miles, right?
No. With the executive level, with the lounge shit, like you can fly Spirit. Come with me to the lounge. I can add you. I can have a +1. Technically, I can have a +2.
I'll go to the lounge and still fly Spirit.
I did. It's like got on that plane and I was like, ugh.
Oh, they
Yeah,
suck.
nah. But it was a great trip. Great results of everything. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to more traveling. I done already started registering with everybody. Give me these miles, bro. Like,
Right.
it's like, because I seen it. You need to have at least like 54,000. I'm like, all right, add my little couple thousand here and there.
It adds up.
Yeah, and like I said, going back to film in Brooklyn and at the beginning of April, which is kind of like a little impromptu birthday trip for me. Can't be mad at
When's the
that.
birthday date again?
April 7th.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't be doing shit for my
I was
birthday.
like,
I'll be back.
I knew it was
yeah.
2nd or 7th.
Yeah, it's the 7th. Yeah. Oh yeah. But back to New Orleans. End up telling the chick because she's like making good. She starts making a whole thing about it, and I'm just like,
I think
you know,
making good.
nah. I wish.
Shit.
If
Me
I wish,
too.
I wouldn't have left. Yeah, like, I love how she just posting videos and you can't comment on her shit at all. Like just look and gawk, and that's it.
That's the definition of no nigga right there. Like,
Yeah, listen, her ex-husband was a pastor and a successful one. Leave it alone. It's like it's kind of like the Jason Momoa thing. Like later, bro. Like, sweetheart, you're not in the running. like nigga, she's not checking for you. But yeah, yo, but seriously, like,
You got a good summer coming up. Mm-hmm. I'm excited for you.
bruh, this goddamn girl I saw, like, I was ready to risk it all. Light skin, curly hair, had hazel and blue eyes. Like, I stopped, but I was with somebody. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
so he's just
And
ready.
went back. Yeah, it's-
he said he was ready to risk it all.
yeah. She was, I'm married.
Sometimes it be like that.
It's like, you know what? Go ahead. like it's a sign. I'm not even
your
religious.
shot,
That's a sign
bro.
from Gap.
That's what you're supposed to be. Just like,
Yes.
I'm married.
No
you
regrets.
said I'm engaged. You said she was engaged.
I saw The Rock. Yeah. Like, I was
Engaged
like,
or married?
She was engaged. She's getting married
Oh,
too,
yeah.
though. But I saw that Rock, and I was like, it's like,
It's a lucky bastard.
Congratulations.
Keep it
You know, I wish you love, like, for real. Like, I love, but god damn, I wish it was me. It's like,
Good for her.
it's like, why couldn't I play for the Saints?
That's what you guys say. That's what you say. I gotta love him for loving you. So
Yeah.
keep it moving. But I got nothing else to say. I got something.
Fun fact. I will say one more fun fact about New York.
What's
I
that?
thought it was Jersey.
Let's hear it.
I had to Google it because of what I saw.
Hmm?
But I saw a rat the size of a small child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
I've mentioned that. Yeah.
I was curious and I Googled how many rats were in
Why would you do this to
New
yourself?
York City. Just in New York City.
Hold on. What did you Google?
Man,
How
you're
many
talking about
rats?
Manhattan. You're talking about in Manhattan.
That's not right.
I literally put in how many rats are in New York City.
You're talking about Manhattan, though.
I just put New York City. So however
I'm asking her
it,
what she Googled.
Yeah.
that's what I Googled. And it said 2 million.
Mm-hmm.
And these bastards are eating good. The amount of trash and shit that is on the street, it makes sense as, like, when I tell you this rat was, his body,
Those aren't the big rats.
That wasn't
his
the big
body
one.
was
No, the
probably
big one-
about,
no, you didn't
it was
go on the
as
subway.
wide as me,
Sweetheart.
but his tail was twice his
That
size.
wasn't the big one.
Yeah, I've seen rats the size of Miku. In the
That wasn't the big one.
Yeah.
And we were smoking outside the
That
hotel,
was
so
in
we're
the
sitting
90s.
right outside of the
Yeah.
hotel. But where it was on one of those little, whatever those little pop up,
The size of Miku, size of Chewy, damn near
Yeah.
almost.
Chewy's a big,
Chewie's a little bit big, but
Miku, for
those
sure.
pop out things that I told you that they put in the streets with the tables and stuff, the little
Oh yeah, you see
whatever.
them scary.
They're running. It was just running across
Why do
the
you
thing
think I
where
say I eat at bodegas? Every bodega, like when I posted that picture of the bodega and there was a cat, there's a science to this all. Number one, I eat my food, they prep it, I take it to go.
that cat is
Yeah.
well fed.
Yeah, that cat is good.
And he
Like,
knows
yeah.
exactly what. Hey,
That cat is there. That
like I
cat is
said,
security.
That was the.
That cat don't.
I mean,
move
I
from
haven't
the
seen a
door.
lot of rats.
Yeah, like-
I haven't seen a lot of rats in my life. I've honestly never really seen rats in my life, other than like Master Splinter and
Here's me going into a bit bodega. You holding it down. This is me rubbing the cat. You holding it down.
That's if the cat wants to be rubbed. Sometimes the cat is chilling. If he's sleep on a loaf of bread, he's on his lunch. Like he ate good already.
Can I tell you the other funny thing that I thought was interesting about the city is when we were walking, he grabbed me by the back of my jacket and pulled me because I was walking over
by the curb.
No, it was the closest. It wasn't the grates. It was, I guess, their basement.
Yeah.
Things that open up, like they're like these metal doors. You gotta
step to the side.
Well, no, they're like these metal doors that are just on the sidewalk.
Yep.
And
they swing open hard.
Yeah, and that's it. He's like, if they're not locked. And I was like, what do you mean if they're like not locked? But I didn't know. So he literally like had grabbed me
that's
and
usually like cold storage. That's usually like cold storage for like bodegas and stock and shit.
But they were everywhere.
So
I'm like trying to dodge and weave that.
You
but
ever saw the what's Rocky movie where they're doing that? The first Creed when he's loading the truck.
Well, I mean, I've seen it.
And he's taking everything down.
I've seen it in. It's so corny, but I've seen it in Coyote Ugly.
Yeah.
When she was loading the stuff down into the thing, but I'm obviously seeing them in person. I didn't realize that's what it was because there's so many of them, and you have to like
think about it because it's ingrained in my head that you just don't.
Yeah, but that man just grabbed me so fast by the back of my jacket and was like, "Don't walk over those." And then there was another one that he told me not to walk over. It was one of the
subway actual grades above the
subway grades. Yeah,
because it's like it could be like a 20-foot drop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If the grate comes loose. Because that's like the service access, like if the power goes out.
You could hear the subway coming, obviously, like through it. But
if it's not concrete in New York or Jersey or even Philly, I don't walk on it.
I mean, I was just trying to navigate around.
Oh, no, I understand it. It's just like in New York specifically, because those are like, you remember Ghostbusters too?
Yeah.
There's grates to get down into those tunnels, like there are just the manholes.
That's where they found the ooze.
Yeah, so there's all of that.
Like all that shit that I talk about here with this place that you don't like, as far as underground and whatever, and how they walk. Like, imagine that times 10 in New York.
Yeah,
where it's just like
there was obviously
the
aspects
whole underground city, the underground,
that freaks me out.
Subway system.
Yeah, it freaks me out. I didn't want to be a part of it. I stayed above the ground. I was good.
You seen that clip of the dude that punched the dude and he fell off the fucking tracks and then he pulled him back up? Like there was a fight in the New York subway, and I had explained this about it. She was like, she's like, that's about humanity, and I was like, they'll be calling him a dickhead for stopping fucking subway service.
No, he want to like that's a bid.
No, but aside from that, though,
that's a whole bid. That's
you're going straight to Sing Sing. Yeah, you're going straight to or Rikers. Yeah, like
I get in a fight with you on a subway train. I hit you. Whether or not I purposely did it, and you fall on the subway track and die, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's 25 to life. So he knew that, and he's like, I got to get this guy. All this shit, throw him back.
But also, this nigga's like, I'm just trying to get to my job, nigga.
And on top of that, no matter how you look at it. So that's why it's just.
I've seen people kicked through subway doors because they were holding up the train. My personal favorite, I did this one, and we had a dude that was
girl got out here about to get locked up for kicking some dude off a bus.
No, she did. She is.
No,
it's like 40. She got like 42 years.
Yeah. Out there, it's like Metro. Yeah, MTA authority got to catch you. Like that's really like transit cops got to catch you.
I'm just like, this dude was like 70.
Yeah, he was.
And she still was just like, y'all still don't understand.
See, like when I was in high school, I remember being on the train and there was this dude who started like saying like, first he said some shit about some Hispanic people, then he said some shit about this Haitian lady, and he just started running down the list and using slurs. And I remember it was me, my mom, and my stepdad, and my stepdad is looking at me, but he's looking at dude like, can I get to him? We pull up at a train stop, and as soon my back is against the door. As soon as train's open, I fucking double back and go around, and I just literally because he was on the other side where the doors were, yanked him by his collar, yanked his ass out, and just walked back in the train, and like was standing facing the doors as they closed, like, I dare you to run up.
Yeah, you're not like, getting back on this train.
No, but I dare you, bro. Like, I will get off this train and beat your monkey ass. Like, out of principle.
I'm gonna stay on the
You'll be
top.
fine on the
I'm going to stay on the top
subway.
part. I will say though, I loved.
I don't know. You might
I-
scream if you saw it.
I did love New York, and
You love Philly,
I did love Philly, and I loved Atlantic City. We'll be going back doing the whole thing again.
and I'll let you know. And I'm sure y'all will pop down to NOLA.
No, that's our next. We're already planning that one.
No,
that
and
one's
if I'm out
our
there,
next
be like, "Hey,
trip.
kid." Like,
Yes, for sure.
Jada,
We're
like I
gonna
said,
plan,
Jada,
we want to plan it for when you're
Jada
down
be
there.
like, yo, let's go eat, bro, and that's it. That's all I'm getting out of you.
Gonna set me down and just be like, I'm here.
Man, I'm gonna tell you
Here I
like
am.
this. Like, I love New Orleans because I could be single there, but if I had a girl, I'm like, yo, we're gonna be just fine.
I love New Orleans.
I'm like,
Ugh, can't wait.
shout out to Bourbon House. Like I said, I was smacked, but like, yo, I was kind of like when the dude like poured my gumbo out, I was like,
Look
probably
at that
shoulda got
smile.
It's like,
But I had you. What are you upset for?
He hungry. I'm hungry too.
I know you are.
yeah. When we off the air, I got a couple whiskeys to run by you that you might like. Some higher end shit. I had some nice Japanese whiskeys out here, out there. But yeah,
No, I saw some when I was at the store today. Some the liquor, the guy was putting me on to some.
that Yamazaki, brother. That's just like $200 a bottle. But yeah, and then some other shit, Basil Hayden.
The staring thing that you do, it's like, we
Dad.
gotta talk about this.
Oh, Uncle Big, he looking at you.
I don't live here. Talk to your daddy. It's like, or not.
What do you need, sir?
Attention, love, food, snacks.
What do you need? Can I help you?
Yeah, but other than that, it's good to be back. Looking forward to it, and definitely looking forward to more trips because that shit's gonna be worth it.
Same.
But I'm happy to have you guys back. I'm gonna feed this beast. You're supposed to be asleep still. Why are you awake?
He took his nap.
What? You don't get it? What? You're supposed to be asleep still. All right. This has been episode 210.
110.
110.
110. Whoa.
Oh. What'd you say? Your man's name was Ambrose?
One day.
Shout out again to Ambrose for holding it down last week.
Yep. And
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it.
the wolf that somehow we did 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I saw. I was like,
I was just like, shit.
I'm curious to see how it paces when we're not here and you.
Well, considering I did a whole hour based on the first episode, the first Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like,
I haven't
damn near seen.
I need a
by scene.
login.
haven't watched it, but I want to check it out because Terrace Martin and Robert Glasper, two artists that I'm really big fans of, are doing the score. That's enough for me to at least make sure to check it.
I watched the first episode, and once they showed Carlton sniffing Xanax, I was sold. And that was in the first episode.
I still got to see my guy Easy the Black Captain, the bully from the basketball court, the dude from the basketball court.
Hey, knock it off, kiddo. Yeah, knock it off.
Well, I need to log in so I can watch it. Hey, baby.
And so yeah, I watched like the first 4 episodes of that. Don't have much to say. I've just been liking it.
Okay.
It's really Philly.
Okay.
It's very Philly, especially that first episode. I like how he did the characters. Like, yo, my man Jeffrey. Man, Jeffrey is Creasy from
Man on Fire?
Man on Fire.
Oh, I want you to. This is Currency, the rapper Currency. This was his review of the new Bel Air show. I want you
The
to.
new Bel-Air show is the old Fresh Prince, but ultra reality in Rick and Morris style. Hillary's probably going to smash Jazz. That's for sure. Carlton is a fucking cokehead problem child who dated Lisa at some point. Yeah. I don't like the fact that Carlton dated Lisa, who was like played by Nia Long on the show, I remember.
Yeah.
And she was like,
Will was gonna marry. but
right,
then
she was like the main one that Will always chased.
She was. Yeah.
But in this one, this is now Carlton's ex that's broken up with Carlton, or not. Don't talk
So they
about
flipped it
Carlton.
because didn't whatchamacallit?
So, but now Will sees her and he's like, automatically, he's trying to holler at her. That's knowing damn well that's your cousin's ex.
I don't know this nigga. Like, yeah, like.
All right, maybe it's just me.
I mean,
Nah, I mean, this. I guess.
Ashley, like I said, she's chilling. She's just like all about the. She's Greta Thunberg.
Okay.
She's all about the saving the environment and this and that. But this nigga Jeffrey, what he says, this nigga Jeffrey is a shooter. The fuck? Shit, yo. Y'all want to know how that problem got handled?
I'm gonna give it a watch. Like,
That problem on the basketball court?
I got Cuzzo's Peacock, so I have to Peacock login. So
Because whatchamacallit? Ice. Trey?
Yeah.
Or Ice Trey? Ice Trey? Or Trey?
Who Don Cheadle
played. He's the person that was on the court with Will when all the shit went down in the first episode. Playing basketball, whatever. And so now Will's bounced and he's now in Bel Air, but now he's still after Trey, the Don Cheadle character from the original episode. So now the dude is from the basketball court still after Trey. And then Will's like, just like, yo, I got to get back to Bel Air. And all of a sudden Jeffrey's like, yo, that problem? Oh, how it's the way he said it. So now
is Jeffrey British?
No, Jeffrey's
probably Nigerian. It's like
I don't know, because he started doing patois, because like now you got problems with Batman.
He hates you. Yeah, like oh shit. Yeah. Oh, he's like, I mean that with all due respect. Yeah. And
I was just, it didn't click until you just asked me just now. Just like, hold up. He went from British, now he might be Haitian.
He's Jamaican.
Or Jamaican maybe. Yeah. Because now you got problem with Batman. He's like, I'll take care of it.
Come down.
Yeah. And Jeffrey's like, it's been taken care of. It's gonna be taken care of.
You know that problem you have with Batman? You don't have it no more.
Yeah, so you gotta watch it. And I was just like,
you don't have problem.
And then next thing you know, Will's on the phone with, this is like episode 4. Will's on the phone with Trey, and he's like, yeah, blah, 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 got shot up at spot.
All right. Now, like, I was already kind of intrigued, like I said, because of who's doing the score, but now
I'm just like, yo, fuck everything else going on in this show right now.
Jeffrey, like,
this nigga Jeffrey kid.
I'm telling you, I was trying to tell you about Pennyworth, you're like, I'm not the main character, but now you're like, hold on. This nigga was in some shit. This is like, that's how Pennyworth is.
Maybe.
Yeah, like.
Are you crying?
Yeah. I'm crying because, yo.
Phil got a shooter on deck.
When it made me look at Uncle Phil different. It really did.
Like I said, let me get a login.
I don't know. What do you want me to do?
Give her a login.
Give me a login. I
was supposed to get mine from you or one of y'all.
Well, where'd you get yours from?
The internet. I mean, I pay for it. Like a American.
Oh, okay.
It's $4.99 a month. It's like the first week is free. You good? It's not expensive at all.
Yeah,
because you get all the WWE shit and everything. So
yeah, it's like $5 a month with the ads, and the ads are only like 30 seconds each.
Yeah, a minute and a half at most.
That's the one. That's the account. Yes.
Thanks. I don't know why they're telling me all this. He can just give me the login. Anyways,
it's not mine to
well, then you should have led with that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I'll see what I can do for you.
Like,
some people
you were saying it was your login.
Yeah,
you know,
just say it ain't yours.
See, that's why New York is fast.
Moving forward, all right.
You know,
I did finish Peacemaker. Did you?
I finished Peacemaker.
No, I got it. I got one episode in, and I it's kind of corny.
Keep going. Please keep going. Trust me.
I ended up purging
all over again.
Yeah.
I ended up
cheesesteaks all over again.
Now I'm with you.
Well, I also ended up purging Euphoria, and then I also have been purging now Righteous Gemstones.
Are you saying purging or
Purging, like
binging, not purging.
Yeah, like I'm purging all the episodes.
No, binging. Purging is deleting. Yeah, the purge, delete, murder. Like, yeah, it's not two different. The word is throwing us.
Different things.
Purging and binging are nowhere near the same thing.
Well, whatever.
You're binging.
Other side of it. Like, literally other side of it all.
Okay.
You're binging.
Well, when I say purge, is in like when I purge like my house for spring cleaning, I'm going through things like and like I'm saying I'm purging, like I'm going through it quickly is what I meant.
Getting rid of it.
Getting rid of it is the purge part.
Okay. Anyways, whatever you want to call it, I'm doing that.
I am the man
to both of that. Which you would like.
I want to be that white one day where I was going to say.
I just explained what I meant by it.
Hold on, I want to point out something. We got 5 more days of this shit, so yeah, we can say all this.
Anyways, yeah. So I'm doing that. You should watch.
It's 365.
Yeah.
You should watch the Righteous
No, it's 5 days
Gemstones
without
though.
y'all
I will. I will
It's
watch
funny.
the Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah, my man Adam
one's really
Devine.
funny.
My man Adam Devine is in it.
Well, it's got like
He's
John
cool.
Goodman and Danny McBride. Like it's hilarious.
I have to take advantage of HBO Max now. So between Euphoria and
Which was
you have
so
you
good.
have my HBO Max. What more do you want from me?
The Peacock. I mean, you asked.
They always want the cock, no matter what.
No,
at the end of the day.
not what I said.
No,
Peacock.
Well, it was sitting right there.
I know.
That was right there.
Low hanging fruit.
That was the low hanging fruit.
That was just.
I can't help the name of the app. Okay, I just
No,
was
like I
trying to
said,
get the
that
login.
one's not that one is not mine to share. So that is why.
I'll see
Okay,
what I'll
cool.
see what I can do for you.
No problem.
Now, I'm still
So
waiting on Paramount Plus.
I gave it to you.
No, you
Give it to
didn't.
me.
I didn't put it in the group chat. I gave it to
Give it
both
to
of you.
me.
Did not?
No.
Give it
Okay,
to me.
fine. I'll put it in the group chat. Jesus.
You did.
Okay, I'll put it in the group chat.
Yeah, but going
See?
My bad.
But it's me though, right? But it's me, folks.
I thought I sent it in the group chat. I don't
Peacemaker.
mind sharing it.
So Peacemaker, just going into it, I fucking loved it. It's a great, like I've never said what the fuck so many times watching a show for different reasons.
That's
Whether
what I'm
it was
saying,
plot lines, the comedy of it, like, oh my God. Like, and then there's,
just for the very last scene, you would have just been like, you
would have loved it.
Miss
Okay,
King,
well, I'll
you
try it.
You
I'll
right
try it
there would have
again.
been like,
You would have been like, oh, yeah, it was.
wow.
There was
All right,
a
well,
lot
I'll
of
try it
moments
again.
that you would have been like, oh, like.
Listen, I got plenty
sorry.
of time right now.
My favorite quote is,
And I can now say John Cena is a better actor than The Rock.
oh yeah, because there was actual range in what he was doing.
was range,
There was like the comedy and all that, but then like when you have to watch him go through some hard parts and you see his face and like the emotion.
What are you doing?
But my favorite line to this day is still,
Drogo.
is that eagle potty trained? You can't potty train an eagle without stealing the soul. It's just like the look, like, you motherfucker. But seriously, whoever did the music, I'm giving you 30 for 30 with whatchamacallit, The Last Dance. Whoever did the music for this shit, fucking brilliant. Like the fucking rock they used, just everything was just like, yo, this shit is. And even the storyline though, because
Now that's the theme song is like taking off. It's going up the charts on iTunes.
Yeah.
Now. It's streaming.
but even the whole soundtrack, like the whole soundtrack. But like and I even watched the gag reel and I was just like, yo, like you said, John Cena, like, salute, bro. Like, because I've seen him do it a couple times, like where he's been a small character, like the sister joint that was with Amy Poehler and Tina Fey when he was a drug dealer.
Yeah.
And even like the joint with Amy Schumer. I look like Mark Wahlberg, ate Mark Wahlberg, all that. When he did an interview on Desus and Mero when they were on Vice, he was that dry, but it was so fucking funny. Like Desus and Mero are just like cracking up because they get what he's doing. And they were like, "You're a platinum rapper," and he's like in a suit. And he goes, and he looks like straight Republican. This is what a platinum rapper looks like. And it's just like the way he's delivering it. Yeah, and it's like, but he did go platinum. And it's just like, yeah. And it's just like, even when he was sitting there talking about like where the you can't see me shit came from. And he goes, "Nah, my little brother who's like, if I put something out, I have to trust his judgment." And he's doing this to it. I'm like, what the hell is that? This is Tony Yayo. And he goes, so I took it. And then, he gave it props to Tony Yayo. And even years later, Tony Yayo's like, yeah. And it's just the wit and everything that he did. It is just like, it was fucking great. I thought the fucking casting was on point. And I'm looking forward to a season 2 because you and I watched Harley Quinn. When they brought up Kite Man, I was fucking crying. I was like, it made me go back and watch Harley Quinn because Kite Man is this DC superhero. This super fucking whack. But he's like, yeah, I fucking kick Kite Man's ass. And I'm like,
Last but not least, your opinions of Doctor Strange trailer. Did you see it?
yes.
Both Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Seen them, and I've seen the reaction ones, clips.
I haven't seen a reaction one, but I've seen those.
Man, the Illuminati.
Uh-huh.
When I heard Patrick Stewart, I was like,
Should we tell them the truth?
yeah, I was like, yep. I was like, oh shit.
Not gonna lie. There's a little squirt.
Yeah, it was like, I was like,
Not gonna lie. There's a ooh.
put it like this. I love having YouTube TV because I can rewind right there. I rewound that commercial. Hold the fuck up. I thought I heard something, and I fucking did. It was Professor Xavier. Seeing Zombie Wanda was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Seeing Zombie Strange was like, ooh. I think I saw Superior Iron Man. It looked like it could have been. It could have been a whole different thing, but
I don't know who that is.
I've
been
heard the name of it,
guessing.
though.
I've been guessing Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it could be. It could be a multitude of things.
The black one. Excuse me.
It could be Nova, for all we know. It could be. But it was more so just watching it, and I was like,
thinking real quick. I was thinking that was going to be the summer blockbuster for Marvel.
but Love and Thunder comes out.
But then I remember Love and Thunder was right behind that.
When does that one come out?
You know who I heard who the bad guy is.
Christian Bale
When does that one come out?
in July.
July?
So it goes March, Moon Knight, May, Doctor Strange, July is Thor: Love and Thunder. There's another TV show somewhere in there.
Isn't
One or
this
two.
Marvel?
I don't know when that is exactly.
Because I think that's her in the whatchamacallit in Doctor Strange.
That is America Chavez. I don't know what role she's going to play. She's going to be like the first lesbian hero.
Yeah.
I don't think anything is going to make a big deal about it because she's like the Amazon type.
Yeah.
She comes from a planet where there's only women.
Yeah.
So it's just like, of course.
Yeah.
So, okay, end of story there. And that's going to be the end of that. And I'm more interested in these three or four different Doctor Stranges in it.
Yeah.
That's
Zombie Strange.
well, they're saying the zombie one is the same one that had his hair tied back, the Defender one.
Okay.
It's just like later on in the movie now he
Yeah.
becomes like a zombie.
Unless they decide to do a zombie verse. Yeah. Like,
The greatest theory I've heard, and I love this one so much, is that our entire Marvel Cinematic Universe has been everything that has taken place after Wanda said no more mutants.
Okay.
Prior.
okay.
And the only person that really knows about it is Professor X.
Because
That's the secret where they're just like, maybe we should tell them the truth about Wanda. And that's why they're showing her as like the villain.
Yeah, they keep
bloodied
hinting at
up
that, yeah.
And all this and that.
Because even when she
Far
was like,
reach.
even when she was like, 'cause she goes,
Far
because
reach.
she
Far
said,
reach.
she goes, if I do it, I'm terrible. If you do it, you're a
Right.
hero, and that's just not fair.
Right.
And I'm
And she's
like,
got that look on her face that's like,
fuck this.
that I don't want to say villainous, but that Wanda you don't want to fuck with.
Yeah.
That you remember from towards the end of WandaVision.
yeah.
Or even Endgame.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, y'all, you messing with
She
me,
angry.
but you not knowing who I am.
Yeah.
She beyond angry. She hurt. She's outlived everybody she's loved. Like, yeah, like
That's one of those random
leave it alone.
that's one of those random theories, but then it's like I liked how in the trailer you saw the dinosaurs at one point.
I
I don't know if you saw it, but it's just like they're flipping around. It's like where Doctor Strange and America Chavez. It's the dinosaurs, but when they show the dinosaurs, there's a flip. There's a cartoon universe.
I fuck with it. I'm
So
just.
there's a whole animated universe now.
I feel like
that's
this
in
is gonna
there.
be one like how you said about the Eternals. I'm gonna get real high, go in and watch it, and I'm gonna go back and absorb it. Yeah, like.
And then I think November is Black Panther.
I've heard that. Also, I know
think
No Way
this year?
Home is coming to Stars. It's going to
It needs to
Stars.
come. I'm buying that.
Oh no, but they said it's going to
I'm buying
Stars. It's going to Stars for a period of time before it goes to like Disney Plus.
I'm buying that.
Yeah, that one might.
I have to.
I want
watch
to see
that.
the. I want to see the deleted scenes. I want to see because like the deleted Matt Murdock scenes and all that. And I think that's coming too. Like I guess the Netflix series are coming off of Netflix and they're sitting.
I'm putting that right over there.
Just put it up top. So
No Way Home going right over there. Don't let them have like a little statue. Well, never mind.
he'll be on Amazon tonight. Like pre-
No, I already thought about it. Get a little statue. He done shoot it up and everything. But no. Some movies came out. I did watch A King's Man. The King's Man.
Yeah, you told me it wasn't good.
No, it was. I never saw it until this past weekend.
Because it's on HBO
It's on
Max.
HBO Max and
It's on
Hulu. It's
yeah.
on a couple spots. Not bad. I can see why everybody didn't like it because it doesn't have the humor from the first two.
Yeah.
None of it.
It's a lot more serious.
It's way more serious. It's just like,
But it's Ralph Fiennes, so actually, I might have to check it out.
but it's not bad. It's
Okay.
just not the. If you watch the first two,
Yeah.
including Kick-Ass, anything because they're the same director, same writer, comic book writer. So if you watch Kick-Ass, you know the humor from Kick-Ass,
And
you know the
the
humor
first-
from the first
yeah.
two Kingsman. There's no Kingsmen or
Yeah, we talked because we talked about it. All the jokes.
There's
the
no
killing scene,
humor
you know.
there, and I was just like, oh, so this is what everybody's talking about. So I got it there. I still haven't watched. I still not have watched Nightmare Alley. That's on Hulu.
It's on HBO Max.
That's the one with all my favorite actors.
It's on HBO Max too.
It's on HBO Max. too?
Yeah, and then I think it's on HBO Max. I don't know about Hulu.
I know. I believe it's also on Hulu. That's the same one like the horror movie.
with Bradley Cooper,
Cooper,
yeah.
Willem Dafoe,
Kate Blanchett.
all my actors and
Yeah.
actors that I like. They're all in that. It's like a horror movie.
Yeah, it's a Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah. So he's behind that.
Yeah, like
Whiskey.
And then the 355, that one that everybody hated. That's like the Expendables with women.
yeah.
I
Even
think
though it's
that's-
only 5 of them. But
That's
yeah.
on
Amazon or
no, the one I just got access to. Peacock.
Oh, okay. You
So
how
I'm gonna check
was it?
it out.
Was it bad or you haven't?
I haven't
checked it?
watched it.
Yeah, I did finish that Reacher, which
I haven't even started Reacher.
Alan Rickson from
I think
Titan.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that either tonight or tomorrow.
Like I don't know. I told you I read the book. I read it was based off the book The Killing Field, which was one of the. He's like there's like 20 something books regarding the character.
Well, I understand
was-
now, like why a lot of fans were upset when Tom Cruise was cast.
And it was only the physical stature.
yeah.
But the personality that
Yeah.
he showed, like, yo, he laid the blueprint.
The
Because
personality
that's how,
was there. The badass.
the antisocial,
Yeah.
this, but even like the fighting style he did, it wasn't. While it was in the movie, it translated well and it looked cool. When you watch him go on Amazon because of the size that he is, it's a whole different thing.
Because from what I've seen from, do you have Amazon? You got Amazon, right? Mm-hmm. So basically, they have Alan
Richardson.
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 I don't want to say Rickman because Rickman is someone.
He was Thad in Blue Mountain State.
He was Thad in Blue Mountain State,
He was
but-
Hank on Titans. If you watch Titans,
But then he was Leonardo.
Michelangelo or something. Which he talked about
Yeah.
that.
He was
talked
one of the
about
Ninja
not liking
Turtles.
it. Yeah.
In the most
one.
recent reboots, the one with
two, yeah.
Megan Fox.
I never saw those.
he-
but yeah.
Well,
He did
yeah.
not like it because like he was like, y'all gonna tell people that we're who, which character?
Yeah.
They didn't do none of
They
that.
treated him like shit.
Yeah,
and
he was
like,
yo, fuck this movie.
they basically was just like, like treating him like he wasn't an actor.
yeah.
So to see him in this role, like he's originally supposed to be what a Jack
Physically, yeah.
Reacher character would be like.
Jack Reacher was like
basically a cornbread fed
Jack Reacher is an
dude that's out here fucking dudes up.
Jack Reacher is an inch shorter than me.
Yeah.
But solid muscle, he's in the 200, he was in the military. And like though, if you've seen the movies, like that whole thing was true with him, like was in the military for so long and basically grew up on military bases and just lives very minimal. And you see all of that, but like I said, with that show, when it kicks in and the shit starts happening, the very first incident, I paused the TV. I was like, oh shit. Like it was one of those. And then it went from there. But there was a lot of dynamics. There was different characters. And it's like, I love a show where people can fuck with each other. Mm-hmm. But also I'm sitting there and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? Like what is going on? And the way the episodes end, it was kind of like with Peacemaker and like most HBO shows. When you gonna end it like this? Like motherfuckers? Like the one thing is they put it all
Peacemaker
out.
ended all right, yeah.
No, it ended. But like there are certain episodes like
No,
Peacemaker
like it ended on a cliffhanger is what I'm saying.
on the certain episodes did.
No, the season finale.
No. They set it up, yeah, but it was more so with HBO being a weekly thing. Like Peacemaker, it would end it, and you gotta wait a whole fucking week. They gave you all of Reacher out the gate, and like we were pacing ourselves. It's only 8 episodes, but it wraps up very nicely, and also the fact that this was one of the mini books, you can keep going.
Oh no, they already said like the fact that there's 26 books.
Yeah.
This one season, this 8-episode arc is one book.
Yeah, it was
wow.
Killing Fields.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna check it out because one, I like the actor. He's a decent individual in my opinion, and I'm always surprised that he's not in more shit like Michael Jai White.
Yeah.
He's one of those dudes where it's like, if you ever saw Blood and Bone, which is like one of the hands down, one of the best action movies
It was
I think
like a kung fu western. Like it was like a kung fu western, but it was perfectly done.
It's
like,
a kung fu urban western.
Yeah.
I say urban because, you know,
it's set in Oakland, black people.
Yeah. Where it's just like guy comes into town, stranger comes into town.
And by the time he leaves, everything wraps up so nicely, and you're like, "Oh, yeah, planned this all along." Like,
so he's along those lines of one of those actors where it's just like I wish I could see more of him in that role.
He has range because like Titan, like I've seen him in other stuff, but Titans was the one where like because
and spoiler alert, they killed him off in that too.
Yeah, but even the way they did it was crazy. But like basically in Titans, he meets this girl. The moment he meets this girl, car swerves, and it's him and his brother and that girl and her mom. Car swerves and he grabs her just out of instinct because like he's like, yeah, I think he thinks he's beautiful and all that. Something happens, pulls her, car hits his brother and her mother.
Yeah.
And then they kind of bond and connect over that, and it goes from there. But it was just like his ups and downs and everything, and you find out everything that happened with him, and you're like, this motherfucker got some range on him. Like as far as like, if you can be macho, but then also
he's
crumbly.
He's like, another Cena.
Yeah.
Whereas like he's the big guy,
but he's quick witted.
He's another Batista that can do humor. Honestly, Batista, Allen Richardson, John Cena, nothing against The Rock. The Rock cannot convey as much emotion as these other.
At least haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it. As far as the big guy wrestler type,
I think the one movie I saw parts of it was the joint where he was a truck driver or whatever. This kid got caught up. That was like the most dramatic.
The one where he had no lines.
Yeah, that was the one. That one, or was that or Faster? It was one of those two.
I remember Faster. He had no lines, and I know the truck driver one is almost the same thing.
Yeah,
we're gonna wrap this up. I didn't. Only thing I saw to completion was Vox Machina.
I'm 6 episodes behind, so
I knocked that off, and other than that, I've been chilling,
napping,
playing nothing but video games. This has been a time where it's just like to catch up. That game, guys, ladies, whoever, anybody listening, watching, where it's just like if you knew you just had time to sit down and just do this one thing, play this video game, read a book,
sit your ass down.
Entertainment. This is my time right now where it's just like every day is just like work, get up, walk him, work out, do whatever errands I got to do. That's why I'm kind of like low key upset about the whole nap thing today, because that's gaming time.
Okay, now that makes so much more.
You got tomorrow.
That's gaming time. Where it's just like,
right?
Where it's just like I did all that napping time and I could have been on the sticks.
Yeah,
you see how it's charged up? Like it's just like everything's just. So I'm just like I'm ready.
Well, now
to
you're
go.
ready.
And that's just like yeah. But I'm no longer at Top Golf. I am now at a new spot. I'm moving
onward and upward.
I've been saying upward, and I'm looking forward to it. But the podcast is still gonna be going on, and I got nothing else. You guys good?
Great, happy to be back.
That's dope.
Yeah.
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 They were okay.
Other than that, now we good.
Yeah,
y'all
happy
for all
to be
the
back.
listeners.
Had a good trip. Glad to be back. More trips to come, and
I think we're gonna have to call this one "Pardon This John" because they brought it out. You, like,
I'm hungry.
He's like, "Yo, this John." Like Keith, get your guest. Yeah,
no, that's what it is. Get your guest. Cause who raised you?
my mama.
Can't stop. That's where it stops.
Did I say it?
No. I'm saying no.
Anything?
I didn't say you said anything. I'm just saying that's just where we're gonna stop.
She did a damn good job. Anyways, we love y'all.
Y'all be cool. Keep doing your thing. Thank you for listening. Come
Same
back
time
listen for
next week. Appreciate you listening.
Looking forward to listening.
Be kind to each other.
Episode.
Wash your hands.
Yes. All right. Wash your hands, folks. That's where we go.